Howdy, folks. How you going? How you going today, tonight, this evening, morning, night, wherever you may be? How's everyone in the chat going today? Got a few here already. Charles, how are you? Dave Lorenzo, how are you, mate? Got Mike there, Night Train, and Max there. How are you, mate? Good on you. Good to see you, man. Akarasho, we're all there, and we're having a bit of a fight there by the looks of who actually was first today. I mean, JDS was obviously there. He didn't have his keyboard plugged in. Probably he was commenting, but it wasn't coming up. He go, "Oh shit, I better plug my keyboard in." So he probably there first, I guess, as he always is. Oh dear. And Dennis Lovelady, how are you, Dennis? Good on you, man. Been mucking around with that bloody 360 video camera of mine. I'll tell you what, that's good fun. That is. What a laugh. We have a couple of people in the green room here. Now this is a bloke you haven't seen on any other live stream. Dominic, how are you, mate?
Good morning.
And we have Justin here as well.
What's up?
Good evening to you. How are you, mate?
Good.
What do you got up there, mate? What are you pointing at?
Yeah, my douchebag plaque.
Yeah, there you go.
I sat in that one too.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, hold that up. Oh, can you get off the wall? Hold up the camera. Just show everyone real close.
No, it's stuck to the wall.
Is it?
Yeah, I put two-sided tape up there.
Yeah, right. Okay. Drone Views Media. How are you, mate?
You can show them the one I sent you in Messenger.
I could do that. Yes, I will. I will do that. Do you ever use a flat profile on X3? No, I haven't even looked at that. Ooh, okay, I'll have to check that out. But I have got a video coming out tomorrow with the X3, a little bit of mucking around on the scooter, and I had the Mini 2 with me as well. It's a good thing about that little Mini 2, chuck it in the bag, off you go. The biggest thing that takes up the room is a controller. It's probably the same size as the. Oh, actually, it might be a little bit smaller. I think it is a little bit smaller actually than the Mavic 3s or the Mavic 2.5, as Al would call it. Controller, yeah. I have no success with it, so tread carefully. Ooh.
Gary's in early.
Oh, dear me. Gary, is he? Oh, look at that. He won't pop on until, right at the end.
Yeah, he just gets on just as the credits are rolling.
Yeah, one I got to go. Yeah. View Chaser, how are you? I think I said today to Drone Views Media. I think I did. Yeah, so been a bit busy lately. Got lots going on, but that movie is done. I think so. No more flying for that one. So I'll be able to get out and have a little bit of a fly around. I really want to take the Mavic 3 into the city like I did with the Mavic 2 and get those sunset shots and all the nice little colors of the there you go. Colors of the city with the lights and all that sort of business. It's really nice.
YouTube sent Matt his own plaque,
Yeah, they did. Look at that.
1K Club.
Yeah. Well, actually, congratulations. What does it say? I can't see it.
Fucking bar's in the way, damn it. Hold on.
Oh, that's all right.
It says congratulations on 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, that's quite easily achieved, especially when you've got my help, isn't it, Justin?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I'd never get to wear up cotton without your help.
I know. And Dom, I've noticed you've been putting up some riveting shorts.
Yes, definitely.
They're stunning camera work, and the lighting and everything that you get with those things is incredible.
Definitely.
So go check out Dominic's shorts videos. They take quite a bit of effort.
Yes. I put a lot of effort into them.
He's trying to say that with a straight face.
It's a bit difficult. Yeah.
So is that guy finally done, or what? Are you still having to shoot more crap for him?
No, well, I just told you it's all over and done with. You weren't even listening. Oh, you were doing something else. You're probably you were getting that shit together. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
Birdman, how are you, mate? Oh,
What's up, David?
Carolina Air Shots. How are you too? Yeah. Oh, I've got a few in here today. That's really good. I haven't been able to catch up with anyone's lives or anything like that. I've been bloody working all week. I get home, I'm stuffed. Just go back to bed, you know. Kind of sucks, man. I really got to give up work. This sucks. Dominic, do you work?
I do part-time work for just people.
Part-time work.
Yeah, photography and other things like that. Bit of social media work and go out and talk shit to people.
Oh, I can do that. Do you want a hand, mate? I'll have to come down to Melbourne and give you a hand.
Okay.
I recommend retiring, Matt. Yeah, I know, mate. I know. Dennis is. Oh, actually, I caught. Oh, I don't know if you know. Probably not. Anyway, caught up with Dennis. Gave him a ring, and he was around. I think I did mention that last time. The live show was 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I did mention. I caught up with Dennis, and he was there with Brad Olson and Alaran as well, and they were. Well, actually, Dennis sent me something, right? Now, we all know, right, that I cooked Dennis dinner, and it was well done. It was extremely well done. It wasn't pink in the middle, and
back on welfare.
I hope you don't mind me, Dennis. But he sent me. I'll piss off Facebook. Yep. Oh, you've sent me that as well. Okay. But he sent me this, right? This is Dennis revving me up about my shit cooking, right?
Yeah, I saw that too, Mike.
What has StreamYard done?
Yep.
Why? What are you trying to do? Share the screen?
What have they done?
What are you trying to do?
Yeah.
Go to Windows.
Oh my God, they've changed it all. Right. Okay. Did I share the audio? Oh God. I think I did.
You're too big to even worry about such things.
It hasn't got a share audio button. I know that. It hasn't got a share audio button.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Maybe it's just automatic now. Like, why would you even need that anyway? That's stupid. Like, it should just be automatic.
Yeah, I know. And hopefully they've done that this time. But this is
on entire screen it has the share system audio.
Hang on.
So I don't know. Maybe we'll need to test it anyway just to see.
Entire screen. Ah. Right. Okay. All right. So anyway, here's Dennis.
Oh, that looks good.
Matt, I'm hoping that you will like this filet mignon a little bit better than you like the ribeye. Let's just see. Oh yeah, it passes.
Oh Jesus!
That looks lovely.
It passes the juiciness test. That looks a little bit
juicing in my pants right now. That looks so good.
So, that is delicious.
39 degrees.
I'm going to start licking the screen.
A little bit redder than you like, but I'll tell you what.
Oh, that is perfect.
I guess you don't have to eat any of it, right?
We're all pink in the middle.
No.
Yeah.
So, Matt.
Dennis. Goodness me.
Oh, that's the best way to have it, David. As the cow's running from you.
It's still breathing. Yeah.
Still breathing. Kenny, how are ya? Cardoso Media. That's fantastic. Sarah says a little bit too pink for her. Well, that's
salivating now.
flat profile. Ooh, that looks a bit blue, doesn't it, Dennis? Goodness me. Righto. Oh, he was just, why do you have to do that? He's just showing me his screen there from DaVinci. That's his flat profile on the X3. Ooh, that looks a little bit. Look at those. Look at the scopes there. Oh my God, a little bit out, aren't they, brother? Holy shit. That's what they call cooling off the image. Oh dear. Let's go here.
Dominic, your background's looking a little noisy.
I know.
There should be an adjust bar on your green screen setting.
Yeah, white
There used
balance
to
is
be.
right off, isn't it, Kenny? I don't know what the hell that is. Have it on a plate before the cow even notices you've peeled it off. I like that. Have it on the plate before the cow even notices you peeled it off its ass. Love my drones. Ed, how are you, man? And little Laura, how are you too?
And happy birthday.
What? Is that her birthday?
It was. We went on just as midnight hit.
Yeah, she's 35 today.
35. Wow. Been checking out her shorts videos, mate, at all? Justin?
Do what?
Let's see if you been checking out.
Yesterday now.
Dude, she freaking will send me 14 links and put them in Paul's thing every day to make sure I watch them. Trust me, I see them. Every one of them.
But do you watch them?
I have to, yes.
Mm-hmm. I was actually going through some shorts the other day. I am gonna make a short of this 360 video that I did, and see what that does, because it's actually the Carbo Wolf King like thumbnail I did and all that. So I don't know, if you put the word drone up there, no one looks at it, right? So no one gives a shit about drones anymore. My God. Another 90 days and you've achieved exactly half my age. Wow. There you go.
I honestly think you'll do good with the 360 like scooter footage with some vlogging, maybe a little bit mixed in there.
Well, you know what? I was going to actually make a little bit longer, right? This video that I did, because I did a lot of vlogging while I was on the road, right? So I was talking about all sorts of shit, and I having a bit of a crack at a few people. But I don't know, man. I think I might just make a separate video about it. Otherwise, it'll go for bloody 4 or 5 minutes, and that's just way too long. So I just made a quick hit, crack, bang, bang, bang. There you go. Thanks very much. And that's that sort of video, And I'll just do a nice, quiet little one a bit later where I'm just yapping about what it is and all that sort of crap, and have the drone up and all that. It's really good. But I'll tell you what, I'm seeing some really cool joints. Scooter crash in 360 should be interesting. Well, thank you very much, Peter. He doesn't have much confidence in me at all. Matty's Drone World, how are you, mate?
Matty.
What might be cool is if you do some aerial shots and then put your 360 shots right next to it, do side by side.
We'll do a camera comparison.
Well, not necessarily a comparison, but it'll show you the 360 footage on the scooter, but at the same time, you'll get to see exactly what you're doing, and you could do some side by side footage.
Well, I won't be tracking myself. Won't be doing any tracking because the Mavic 2, a Mini 2 hasn't got that. But
what about stacking?
Do the Mavic 3
on top of each other on a short.
No, I'm not taking the Mavic. I'm not taking the Mavic 3 on the scooter. Right.
Why? You just put it above it. Oh my God!
It's too big to stuff around. And if I fall off, right, I'd rather crush a Mavic Mini 2.
You can do tracking through the Litchi app.
You can, but I don't want to.
Yeah, no obstacle avoidance.
No, you can do it on. Oh my God! You don't need obstacle avoidance. You just
I'm not in open paddocks, mate.
Open paddocks.
There's trees and all sorts.
Apparently, you need to go up to Tim's house.
He's got a shitload of trees too, mate. Where is Tim today, anyway?
He's cut half the paddock down for his damn satellite.
Yeah.
That day he was
got it there.
That day he was on his live stream, he kept muting himself because his landlord was out there just going to town on the fucking trees.
No shit. Oh, well, hopefully he gets some good internet now. Chris, how are you, mate? Sunrise Water. Yes, Dennis. Hard to believe, but yes, I was giving someone a little bit of shit.
Brother
but
Bob
anyway,
Casey.
Bob Casey's here as well. How are you, mate? Can't stay tonight. Company over full house. Oh, nice, mate. I hope you have a really good night, man. And have a great weekend too, eh?
Allergies are kicking my ass tonight. Oh.
What's kicking your ass?
Allergies. I've had them all day today, and it's just, oh my god.
Have they?
That's why I keep turning my camera off, because I have to keep sneezing and shit.
Did you change your perfume brand?
Oh, fuck off.
I can see it's affecting you. You will stop putting it behind your ears like this. Sexy beast. Yes. But yeah, anyway, having a lot of fun with that shit. Eh? Okay, mate. Catch you next week. Have a great show. Good on you, Bob.
Later,
Thanks,
Bob.
man. Thanks, man. Have a good one, eh? Wow. Yeah. Crazy shit. Yeah, you know what? I might open up the panel. What do you reckon?
What, are you gonna chuck the link in the chat?
Yeah, I haven't done that for freaking ages, have I? Anyone who wants to pop in, say g'day. Be nice to catch up. You right there, mate? You want to have a snooze?
No, my eyes are just really watery.
All right. Chuck, how are you, mate? I'm going to check these. Check these cameras before they go on live. Otherwise, I might get a few helicopters.
Yeah.
We don't need that shit. I mean, if it's Ed, love my drones. Well, we'll let him get away with that, won't we?
What's up, Ed?
Well, there you go. There's the link there. If anyone wants to click on that and come on and say g'day. Be good to see someone face to face. That'd be really interesting. Haven't had a lot of people on the panel actually. Every now and again, new people pop on, have a bit of a laugh. Kenny. What's Kenny done? Oh, he did that other thing, didn't he? Where are we? Oh, mate. Mavic 3 is really good. I do like that camera. And to be honest, it was a very, very good log profile to send to this production mob for their movie. They were extremely happy with the log footage, you know.
Yes, a drink if you want.
Even more so than the Mavic 2. The Mavic 2 has got some saturation still in there, you know. The Mavic 3 is extremely flat, and you can push any colors you want through that. And it's there's no banding or anything, no color bleeds or anything. It's fantastic. Really push some shit. And when you start going into your hue versus saturation and stuff, you can really pump some colors out of that. It's amazing. Really love it. There, that's right, mate. It is too. It's fantastic.
What's up, Andrew?
There were other choices, obviously, of drones because Autel's brought out some really nice ones lately. But when it comes down to it, I wanted to really have a crack at the 4/3. You know, that wasn't available unless you had an Inspire or something like that previously. So, you know, but I really wanted to give that 4/3 a crack, and I really haven't pushed it yet. So, as I said, I want to take it in this city, and I know what the Mavic 2 was like to edit. You know, and that took...
Well, you know, Normally Tim's here for you to do the fart sound at. So
I hope the fuck that was your
we can
nose.
clip that one.
Cool.
yeah, I got my headset on. Trust me, it doesn't pick up noises like that unless you do it into the mic.
You better wipe first, though, before you come back on.
Mike said, "What the fuck?"
Exactly.
Yeah, Michael.
Someone sharded. Cardozo said.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. God damn. That's from Cheech and Chong. Oh, Andrew. Right. Okay. Yep. So yeah, I want to get in there because, as I said, I know how much the Mavic 2 I had to edit, and that was a new sort of area for me to look at.
Hey, Steve.
Pushing that camera so far, and trying to get the image to look decent. I mean, it comes out really good. You got to use some denoise and all that sort of stuff. Oh my god! So a week's worth of editing and coloring to get this thing right. Oh my god! I'm just wondering how much I'm going to have to do with the Mavic 3, and I will be mixing it up there too with that night mode that it's got on there. So I'm going to have a look at that too, and just to see what it does. And
All
why not?
auto.
I mean, it is auto, yeah.
All auto, baby.
Yeah, I'm not, you haven't got a stick shift, have you?
Did you see? No, I'm just saying. Did you see that they added transitions in Movie Maker? Oh my god, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
Wow. Game changer. Yeah.
Most definitely.
The only thing that program's good for is it's good if you're just chopping up videos, like if you're just cutting shit out. But other than that, it doesn't really have no editing.
Yeah, but even if you were using it just to cut videos, I mean, why would you anyway? But whatever. Once you've cut your videos, you can only render it off at 1080 anyway. So
Well, I mean, if you were doing like something just basic and you just need to chop a little couple pieces out, it's good for about that. But I actually been using Power Director on my phone. That is a good little program for a phone app.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they got a lot of powerful little phone apps now. Quite capable. I mean, even the X3 app, although I don't know. For me, the X3 app is a little bit long way round type thing. I haven't quite worked it out. I'm not on. When I get all the footage from the X3, I put it straight into the X3 app, and then I render them all off to MP4 and then chuck them straight into DaVinci, because DaVinci is a little bit more. I don't know. It just makes more sense to me at the moment because probably been working with it. But anyway, there is a little issue there with DaVinci that I'm trying to work out, and it comes to fine tuning keyframes and stuff like that, and I'm having a little bit of trouble with that. And I was talking to Dennis during the week. You can adjust all those keyframes and what have you if you're using a normal, let's say, 265 file or something like that in there, and you can really fine tune that stuff. But as soon as I put the 360 footage in and I put the 360 edit effects on, I can put the keyframes in, but I can't edit the keyframes. It's just really shitting me. It's annoying the crap out of me because you sort of like got to guess where you're going to put them, Oh, well. C'est la vie, mon ami. And we move on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pro tips, Mike says.
Yes.
The pro tips. Sounds like a hair extension he had once.
Gotta liven your name up there a little bit more, Matt. Like Matt, aka YouTube Daddy or some stupid shit. Gotta get real douchey. You got a plaque now.
Mama.
I messaged Matt and I said, now you can print this out and be real douchebag. He's like, oh, I don't need a plaque to be a douchebag.
Everyone knows I'm a douchebag, but everyone knows the hugeness too that comes with this channel. I don't say much about it, but it's widely known.
I can't believe you don't have a fucking printer. How do you not have a printer in your house?
No, because I never use them ever.
Well, when you start printing all this YouTube money and these plaques out, you're going to need one. It's going to be YouTube vouchers.
Yeah. Hold a raffle every week. Got these. Oh, I've got too many coming in. Got to send them off.
And give them YouTube bucks.
Andrew, I sense a new Mavic drone coming soon. Ooh, really?
Exactly.
Nice. Actually, I haven't caught up with Gaffer either. Has he flown the bloody drone yet?
We haven't heard anything about that.
I haven't heard from Gaffer.
Yeah.
Well, it's been at least a week or two. Yeah. He hasn't been in anybody's chats or anything.
Yeah.
I know what he's up to. I know exactly what he's up to. He came on pretending he liked drones and getting on there to get a free drone off someone. And then, as soon as he gets one, dumps us all.
Yeah.
It's like I'm better than everybody.
His plan worked. Oh, that's a bugger if he's not flying. I mean, shit, it's a good drone, that is.
Well, he's kind of a single dad too, so he gets real busy. He's really all about his daughter, so.
Well, that's understandable too. Yeah. Yes, I went out to dinner last night, actually. With my daughter, had a really, really good night. It was really good.
Oh, that's good to hear. Cause
yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it was it was good. Good night. Had a good laugh. And I ate, and someone else cooked my steak. Actually, it was really good.
That's all right,
Dennis. I had a ribeye. It was beautiful. Oh my god, it was really.
How many ounces?
Hang on, 350 grams. How much is that in ounces?
Yeah, they do them by ounces over here when you go. It's like you get an 8 ounce or 6 ounce.
No,
350 grams in ounces.
Come on, Mike, you're the weed expert.
12.3. 12.34 ounces.
That's a pretty good size steak. It's not huge, but it's not small neither.
It was nice. It was a good size. And then shitload of salad too, which I ate.
Oh, I got a free steak during the first drone meetup because I ordered this huge. We went to the steakhouse and you could pick your steaks in the little, like you wanted to pick one out, you know. So I picked out this big ass fucking T-bone. It was huge, and they brought me this little ass thin steak. And then they realized they fucked up, so they gave me that steak plus brought me my other one that I actually ordered. And then the dude gave me like 10 or 15% off, and I ended up paying for Mike and Dan's meal because I got that discount too. So I just put it all together.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
I wasn't even a dick about it either. Like they were all super nice. I was just like, yeah, because it was a fucking expensive steak, and I just wanted the one I ordered, and I was real nice about it. But they came out like I just fucking carrying their ass. And they were giving
their ass.
And I was really nice about it. I don't get mad at waitresses for stuff like that.
How are you, sir?
They stuff up. I love it when they stuff up.
I don't give a shit like that.
Hey, Steve.
Hello, Dominic. How are you? Good day to you.
Yes, I'm all right.
Yeah. Good evening there, Justin.
What's up, Steve?
Ooh, look at this.
Yeah, it's still afternoon here.
Halibut shrimps, French fries, coleslaw,
delicious.
Well, this is the way I look at it. Is I always try to give the waitresses the benefit of the doubt because that night there was like 40 of us in there, right? And she was big. There was 2 or 3 of them, and they were busy trying to keep up with us. And sometimes some dickhead might have came in before you and gave the waitress all kinds of hell. They might just be having a bad hour or a bad day. So I always try to give them the benefit of the doubt, unless they're just absolutely fucking rude to me or something. Usually I've never had that. It's always just
I've never really encountered that either.
No, if they accidentally screw something up,
I went out last night for a friend's birthday, and there was 10 of us, and we went to a pretty good pub down here, and the waitresses were absolutely fantastic. We gave them a $50 tip.
Gotta love waitresses.
If it's me and Sarah, and we go out to eat, I'd do $5 per person.
That was after. That was after.
If it's me and the kids and Sarah, I'd do $3 a person.
What? $3 a person? What?
For their tip.
Tips.
And then I do $5 a person if it's just me and Sarah. If we just go by ourselves, I give them $10. I do it by person. I try to give them a little bit for each person. But $3 for 5 people, that's what? $12 right now? $10?
You know what?
I can't do the math.
Yeah. Now, I don't know why. I don't know why this happened. Anyway, I was in the States here and I was eating somewhere. Anyway, and it was just me, and I just had a nice feed. It was really nice food and whatever, right? Anyway, and the waitress was really friendly and all that sort of stuff. I chatted to her about all sorts of shit and whatever. Anyway, she took off. Anyway, at the end of the night, I just put $10 on the table for her, right? I didn't think twice of it. I didn't really do much about it, right? She goes, "Is that mine? Is that my tip?" And I went, "Yeah, that's fine." Anyway, she sits down and she goes, that's a pretty big tip. Are you after anything else? Because I'm not like that, right? And I went, no.
Yeah, Jim's.
Do you ever get that over there?
What? Sorry, Sarah was.
What I was just talking about.
Sarah was talking to me. Sorry.
No. It depends on what it is,
But like the other day, Max said I was cheap. Me and Sarah went out to eat. We gave her $10. That was 65% tip on the bill.
Wow.
An average tip is what, 10 to 15%, correct?
Usually, yeah.
That's
typically 20.
Well, somewhere around there. It'd be like most people do between 10 and 20.
Maybe in California.
Well, here in California, depending on where you're at, it'd be a lot more than that too.
Yeah.
And they won't ask you, do you need anything else when you get the larger tip?
Yeah. Yeah, but this chick thought I was after anything. I wasn't even thinking about it, to be honest.
But now that you brought it up,
yeah, because I'm not like that. And I went, well, I didn't. It's just $10. $10. What the? Anyway.
But I'll actually tip more too if people at my table are being picky. Like, when somebody orders, I want a cheeseburger with no cheese. Type bullshit. Then I feel bad for the waitress, and I'm like, Jesus, they'll be asking for like, oh, can I get a dipping sauce? And then they'll get a sauce, and then the waitress will walk away, and then they'll ask for something else. Somebody gets like that at my table, then I'll give them even more because then I feel like a jackass.
Oh.
Making them run back and forth on it.
You're not like that? What do you like? Maybe she wanted a $200 tip. Would have got me a bit further. I like that. Yes. For the love of everything holy, stop saying tip. It was just a tip I gave her. Just gave her a tip. And anyway.
Pretty small tip, but all right.
Yeah, that's all right.
It was only the tip.
And put stitches in after. It's a great pub. What's he talking about there?
I'm talking with Brett in the chat about the Mitre Tavern because that's where I went last night.
Right. Okay. I feel like going out to dinner again tonight. I really do. That was really good last night. Faint one day at a truck stop after my breakfast. Oh, Mel, did you fart?
Probably did, yeah.
One of those truckers farts, he's been sitting on it all for 12 hours.
Yeah,
all of a sudden it comes out. Oh, it's going to be rank. It ain't going to be pleasant.
Back when I first got with Sarah, she was a waitress at Pizza Hut. And I'll tell you, the best tippers that would come in there would be these like big, like Mexican families would come in there.
Oh,
and there'd be like, every guy at the table would put $5 on the table. And there'd be fucking 30 of them in there. Or you get a big group of them coming in from like a construction site or something. They were always the best tippers, dude. They would each throw $5 on the table. By the time you were done, you probably had close to $100 in tips. Like they always tipped really well.
I'm in the wrong bloody business.
Yeah, especially after coming in the construction areas. If you get in there, you can get some heavy tippers coming in there.
Oh yeah.
That's what we call tip trucks, don't we, Dominic? Tippers.
Yeah.
Well, because it ain't nothing for everybody to give $5 out of their own pocket. It really is nothing for each individual, but it adds up for the waitress, right? But they only make like $3 an hour or some shit over here, which I think is stupid. I don't understand why we're one of the only countries that does that. That has that stupid ass wage for waitresses. I think that's the dumbest shit ever.
It is, and now with this new tax law that our governor's trying to put in through here.
New tax law. Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Well, for the taxing for reporting all the tips, a new law that going after bartenders, waitresses, everything to do with the food industry end of it, that they're going to make them start reporting. That it's going to have to be reported now by the employer.
Well, see, here we had to, or not here, but back years ago, I did waitering for a restaurant for a little bit, and every night we were supposed to put our tips in the like put how much we made in tips in the register. So like when we went to clock out, that was one of the things it would ask you. So it could factor in taxes, and we'd always just lie. So if we got like $100, we'd just say we made 30. Yeah. Nobody fucking knows. It's a cash business. How are they going to enforce that?
Do you know you got your camera?
Well, they can do it, especially because so many people now, on credit, everything's on credit cards or debit cards, and you're putting it on there. So it's a line item that's going to be on there when it's reported. So what they're trying to do is to pull that out from all the employers and make them return that in, kind of like with me. I'm a outside contractor. I get what they call a 1099. In other words, I'm not an employee for a company. I get 1099 for my work because I get paid, and then I've got to pay taxes on it. That's what they're going to start doing.
Yeah, see, if I was a customer, then I would always pay in cash just for that simple reason. Fuck that.
Well, what I'll do is if I want somebody to give somebody a really good tip and I don't want them to know, I'll put the tip cash to them, and then I run the rest of the bill onto it.
All right.
On a credit card.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, good on you, Mel. Canada had a report to government thinks too low. It said on the amount. All right.
Well, because I've always heard that, and I don't know if it's just a rumor, but I've always heard that in a lot of European countries, they actually don't like tipping. I don't know.
They don't tip.
No. And if you say something like that in Australia, because every now and again, someone will say, oh, we should leave them a tip, right? And we'll look at them and go, tip? I just paid $70 for my steak. I'm not tipping anyone jack shit. You know what I mean? Because they're on $22 an hour anyway. They're not on $3 an hour like the waitresses and stuff are relying on tips over in the States, I guess. Do you imagine them having to pay tax on their tips? That'd stuff a lot of them up, eh? And there's a lot of these people who've got 2 or 3 jobs or something like that, and they're relying on these tips for money,
Well, what they're going to do here is on this new law, they want them to. So, in other words, they will have to pay taxes on what the employer reports in on your paycheck. So they're going to pull money out in order to automatically take the money in. The same way they're now trying to pass a law here is more or less a wealth tax. But if you own stocks, bonds, your home, they're going after the homes too. But like even your 401k, they're trying to pass a tax that they're going to tax you on it. So let's just say you owned Microsoft and you bought that stock, and then it's going up and up and up. It's been going up. But let's say you bought Joe Blow stock and it comes in the year that you buy it and you have to pay the taxes on it, and then it crashes and you lose it. You're not getting a refund. They're taking their money and you'll never see it again.
Yeah, shit. But this is right too. There with Brett, quite low compared to a lot of other people. That's right. It is low. Yeah, that's for sure. They have to put in big hours to make any sort of decent money. But then again, so do I. So, have to put up with a lot of shit from abusive customers. Now, that is the thing that I would have trouble with, is abusive customers. Probably headbutt a few people before I got fired.
Well, the problem is too, is you get a lot of people that are super cheap. Like some restaurants will automatically put a gratuity tax on the bill if it's over so many people.
Right.
But if you get 2 or 3 people come in and they're assholes and they decide to leave you $2, they pretty much screwed you, because now that time and effort you put into their table, and you might have done a good job, but they're just,
they're just being dicks. Sarah's made $2.14 an hour. That's more than a bloody toll fare, isn't it? And had to rely on tips. Yes. I don't get tipped, and I put up with more shit than most waitresses. It's called being married, Kenny. Yeah, never mind you sell your neighbour's lawnmower for cash, blah, 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 blah. See, that's why they want to bring in the digital currency. They talk about, national security. That's what it's all about. People are going to we're getting hacked and all this sort of shit. So why not go from a currency that's being hacked on the computer to going to fully computer? Oh, that's not going to get hacked, is it? Tickets.
No, Dennis, this is a new law that they're trying to get passed, where it's going to be a wealth tax, and they're looking at it right now. They're trying to put it through. No, your tax would be on any tax that you would be, and it would be long. If you own it for anything over 3 years, then it becomes long-term capital gains versus a 1 year turnover in your stock. I understand what you're going for. This is a tax that they want to put as a wealth tax. And then when that comes out, it'll be like on day one. If you've got, let's say you had $50,000 invested in stocks and everything else, they're going to come in there and tax you on it.
Yeah, man.
Not the end result. They're going to tax you at that point in time.
Actually, because they're looking at this digital currency in the UK quite strongly, and they've mentioned it here in Australia too. It'll be interesting to see what goes on. But there goes garage sales and getting onto Gumtree and running into someone and go, I'll come over and give you cash for that. Beautiful. Done. Everything has to go through. No. That's the end of life as we know it, people.
Well, you see they're about to repeal that bill for the 85,000 IRS extra tax collectors. I was just watching a short last night in the House, and they're talking about they're already working on to repeal that and get rid of it. Yeah, because they hired an extra 84 or 85,000 IRS agents. The Democrats signed a bill, but they're working on to repeal it now that the Republicans took back control.
Well, Dennis, the IRS has never worked anyways.
Yeah.
Not that it won't work, it doesn't work.
Oh, so Mel says they already did repeal the funding for it, so that's good. Perfect.
Here we go. New currency, gold, silver, and weed. There you go. I'll give here's a chicken and a bag of weed.
Well, that's what Canada is trying to push, I guess, but what is it? The two provinces are holding out on it for they're calling it under the digital health ID, but that's just a way of getting it in to where everything will be underneath it. Well, they'll have control.
Kenny, you're always supposed to. You were supposed to bloody claim that anyway, mate. You had to report those earnings. Haven't you been reporting your earnings as the gigolo down there in where's he go? Down south? Cuba. He must be one of those. He must be one of those gigolos on tour. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but remember though, then Kenny, you can write off all your well, if you were here in the States, you could write off all your expenses as travel.
Yeah, man, hotel fees, bloody. Oh, speaking of gigolos, hello, mate. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. How are you guys?
Ooh, you're a bit cool over there, mate.
Yeah, it's a bit chilly. It's a whole another, what was this now, Steve? About 61 degrees?
60? Oh, goodness
Yeah.
me.
Is it that much colder over there?
Oh, Mr. Long Name.
Are you sick, Dre? You sound like you're losing your voice.
No, I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So how's the famous Matt doing? I heard you've been doing some production work.
You can come on anytime, Dre. You're more than welcome. It's all over, mate. Yeah, it's done. So very happy
yes,
with
it
that.
is. Here we are at 59.
Yeah.
And by the way, Dre, same deal with the Mavic 3. You got the raw photos for hyperlapse. Chris,
Cool.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back at the bonfire again.
Here we go. He's on the juice tonight.
Brother Chris, how are you?
How are you, mate? Oh yeah. That looks like
I'm good. How you all?
Doing good. Good.
I got to listen about tipping, and I got depressed. I had to leave and go get some beer and start feeling a little better.
Go tip yourself, mate. Yeah. What's that? What is that? You just use two fingers. What's the is that a whiskey? Oh no, that's a beer you've got there.
No, I'm drinking beer tonight. It's not Christmas Eve.
No. We all know that, mate. We're still getting over.
The new GMC still running. It's got 5,000 miles on it now.
You what?
The new truck's got 5,000 miles on it. We still got the same motor in it, so we're good.
Wow.
Good start. Yeah.
That had 3 in the end, didn't it?
The other one did.
Yeah.
And you know what they did? They took it, put a new transmission in it, and sold it.
You sold it?
Like there's never nothing wrong with it.
Wait a minute. The dealership took your other truck back, put a new tranny in it, and sold it as brand new?
No. They can't do
I
that.
agree. That's illegal.
No, they couldn't sell it. They couldn't sell it as brand new, but they sold it to some poor soul for probably $50,000-$60,000.
Wow. Well, that's tough.
A shady company? Who knew?
Real good. I would have said get the Carfax on that deal.
It's General Motors.
That's where everyone went. Oh, they probably went over to Maddie's channel. Yeah. So actually, I was going to ring you during the week. I was going to ring Ron too, but I just didn't.
Excuse me.
Every time I got in the car, someone would ring me, and I had to have a chat to them. But anyway, so I haven't caught up with you for a while there, Chris. And since your that sunrise last week, oh man,
It's special, wasn't it?
It was awesome, mate.
Yeah.
You got the fog and all the colors coming through there, and oh man,
The fog is a great filter.
It is. And when you were chasing that boat out there, I'd just go low and go follow the boat and have that light behind it. Oh, go on, Chris.
I would like to get a lot lower, but don't want to lose another drone.
Yeah. When I first got a drone, I would prefer it to have been lower, because it was something different actually with this connection, because it was Wi-Fi with that spark and all that, and sending it out any distance and all that sort of thing was a little bit of a hairy situation. Look at that. He's got blue flame. What are you burning there, mate?
That's called oak.
Wow.
That'll keep you warm.
Yeah. Oh,
That'll burn steady and hot for hours.
We got a little enhancement here I wanted to share with y'all. Hang on a minute.
Helicopter time.
That's what $5 gallon diesel will do for you.
Yeah. Does a good job, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Cheap heating.
Oh, you must have won some money off a scratch off or something burning on diesel like that.
Man,
yeah, massive.
During our little ice storm last week, Justin, I bought $12,000 worth of diesel because we was on generator power for 4 days.
Jesus.
How much did you pay for diesel?
$12,000.
12 grand
At work.
at work. Yeah, not me. No, at
Yeah, I
work.
was going to say.
That's about $250,000 in Aussie bucks.
Yeah.
Aussie bucks.
Yeah,
Exchange rate will kill you.
$250,000 is a good round number there, Justin.
Yeah, yeah. He rounded down. Yeah. Oh, that looks like a terrible night you're having there, Chris. Bloody hell, mate.
Mike said the Rue dollar.
No, a lot of people enjoyed my sunrise. I don't keep thinking I need to go someplace else and fly, but man, the old lake just don't let me down.
Well, you know
lake
what?
is the spot.
If you're not getting anything but the sun, if that's all you're interested in, then that's it. You know what it comes down to is if you're concentrating on anything on the ground, that's the difference.
Yeah.
If you want to go, it was fantastic when Dennis come over because his sunrises. Obviously, I could fly his drone, and we went to different locations, and it wasn't just the sun we were looking at. You know, it's a bit different for Dennis because he puts his drone up and he's playing. You know, so he can't move that drone around. You fly yours around and have a bit of a look around. So you know that's all right, mate.
Yeah, I like to fly out to my little island out there. It's still within visual line of sight, so I can see what's going on, and if I lose a drone, I lose a drone. I've already done it once. The sting is gone now, right?
Oh, you got to expect that's going to happen no matter what. Yeah. No matter how good of a pilot you are, how much long you've been flying. You're going to lose one at some point.
His was a true mechanical failure.
Yeah, thank you, Dre. Equipment failure.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if it's your fault or the drone's fault. It's going to happen at some point.
I actually called the NTSB in on this one. I had them investigated. In a couple of years, we'll get the final answer.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
They'll find fault with DJI and get you a refresh deal.
It was just bird shit in the prop.
They did.
Nah, and lots of top cap.
They did me right. No complaints with DJI and how that worked out.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
That's what happened to him is bizarre. I've never heard anybody else, or definitely haven't seen it, where the cap of the prop came dislodged.
Yeah,
that's a rare. That's a rare. I've seen the whole prop come off. The tabs break or whatever, and the whole prop fly off. But the cap of the prop, that's just weird.
It is weird. I don't know if you've. Sorry, Chris.
It was a Memorex moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin probably know what Memorex is.
Well, just next time, don't get your props delivered on a train. That's probably
yeah, exactly.
Man, that takes out the fun.
All the rattling in the damn train cars is what did it.
Ching, ching, ching.
That was funny as shit. Oh, looks like my props have arrived from DJI. Fucking train go past.
Yeah. So, Matt, I'm all interested in hearing about your adventures with this production, dude.
Yeah, man. Yep.
I mean, you say, yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, well, give us little details, dude.
Whose fans only are you working on?
When did they start needing sunrise shots for Pornhub?
They're actually looking at the lighting now and getting a bit artsy. It was actually for a European company, not just normal Pornhub, so they're classy over there.
They put the hyphen over the E.
Yeah, we didn't know quite how to say it, so we just go fluffy. Yeah.
Did you have to sign an NDA or anything, or no?
There is a contract, obviously, when it comes to footage ownership and all that sort of stuff, right?
Right.
He has actually got images that I'd taken 12 months ago, which he was interested in. So I gave him, and this is where it comes down to, and everyone says to me, get rid of your files. They're only taking up space. I'm glad I didn't. Yeah. Because I've got all those log files there, and I could go through them quite easily and just give him what he wanted,
Well, I guess I'm not interested in the production itself. I want to know how your experience was doing this kind of work.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, it really was. Creative. Let me be as creative as I want, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. There was no direction or anything like that. It was basically fly how you do, and he goes, "I'm sure it'll be all right."
Yeah, so basically, he lets you be the professional.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, that's cool. Let you explore your sexuality. Nice.
Director, and production, and camera producer.
That's cool. Or
should we say cinematographer?
Yeah, that's right. But don't get me wrong. I did take some shots, and then he goes, "That's really nice," but it's like no one's got the same idea as you have, and when it's your puppy and it's your production, you know what you want,
right?
And it mightn't be what I saw. So yeah. Anyway, and I Matt with no pads on. We're talking about the tips earlier. We were what was I saying? Fucking hell, Kenny, you put me off.
It's all Kenny's fault.
You bastard. Yeah. So anyway, it was good. It was really good, and it gave me an opportunity to. I at one point I thought I'd finished, and then he went through some of my old videos, and he goes, "Oh, I like that spot." And I went, "Do you?" That's like an hour from my place. Oh, fuck. All right, so up I get, and I've got to get sunrise. I mean, they're talking about sunrises in the chat there, and the sunsets are a lot easier. Well, they are a lot easier. They're nice. But, there's a different feel about the sunrise when you got the fogs and all that sort of stuff. And I was very, very fortunate that when I got some footage for him, it's actually for the intro to the movie. It's fantastic. That I had, and that's the Mavic 3, the location, the Mavic 3 video that I put out a couple of weeks ago. That I had the fog and the water and the it was just as he put it.
So my next question everybody probably want to ask is, how was the average day? Were you just called out to do your work, or did you have to sit around and wait till you were called upon? You know what I'm saying? There's other photographers out there, other camera equipment normally out on the set. So were you just called for your work on certain days, or were you there waiting for your turn?
I was in my trailer, so no, I didn't. And the number of my trailer was 1K for some reason. Anyway, no, but I did all of my flying independently of anything because their filming was done, right? They'd finished their filming. I wish I'd met the actress. Actually, she was anyway.
Well, the bad thing was every time they knocked on his trailer door, he had to get out of the porta potty so they could use it. He just had a freaking star drawn on the door in crayon.
In crayon.
Oh man!
I'm trying to do my production in here. I need to shit.
This is true, mate. In his trailer, eating his blue M&Ms. Yeah, here we go. Matt's only filming fill-in stuff. Nothing real useful.
It's all about B-roll.
That's cool. So like I said, everybody's experience is different. So I wanted to just hear what yours was as far as being involved with the whole production itself. Since you're out there with this, you and the I guess the director or whoever it might have been, the cinematography director, that's kind of cool. So you don't have to sit there and wait around for everybody else.
No, that's right. Exactly right. Yeah, it was good, because I was only in the mornings and all that. I would probably be only gone, 2.5 hours, and I was back home again. And the rest of the day was to myself. After I'd got the footage and sent it off to him and all that sort of stuff. That takes probably, depending on how many shots there are, because when I went out there, I'd generally fly the shit out of the place, all different angles, gimbal movements, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Just so he had a wide variety to pick from.
Yeah. Now, I know this varies from project to project, and I think somebody asked this last week. They were wondering if you were getting paid by the hour or by the day.
Hourly.
Hourly?
Yeah.
That's kind of rare. That's kind of rare.
Yeah, he didn't, because I'm not there for the day, right? If I was,
but if you don't have a certain time, so I think a lot of times they'll pay you for the day if they use you for 1 hour or they out there for 5 hours.
Yeah, no. I just charged him for the hours, and that's fine by me. He did ask me about, at the very beginning. He did ask me if I had a day rate,
right?
And I said, yeah, well, I have, but we can work on something like that. But I did I did him a good deal anyway, and he's quite happy with that. Because we're not dealing.
You got credits, right? You're gonna be in the credits.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's key. I mean, to me, that'd be worth a lot more than dollars, in my opinion, when you're in the credits. Because no matter what, you go and show mom, dad, the kids, grandkids, whatever. Hey, look at there. 20 years from now, look at there.
Look at that.
Yeah. That's what I can see out in my good eye. Yeah.
Future advertising for anybody who sits to the end credits on the movie.
It does. Yeah,
that's right. That's what I'm saying. You put that on your roll, we call your promo roll. Yeah, resume, your promo roll. Say, hey, I got credits.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and apparently
absolutely.
It was what was his name? The producer's name was Steven Spielberg, something like that.
Stevie.
It was that small direcector.
Yeah, the director is probably Stevie Wonder.
It's a Ron Jeremy production.
Play explains why he let Matt do whatever shots he wanted.
We're sure it comes out okay. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Sorry, Mel.
That was just doing figure eights.
What?
Hey, look at here.
Mel.
Long loss of Mel. 400 AGL.
Wow. He is alive.
In the world.
So it wasn't one of your balloons that got shot down, Mel?
The Department of Defense has asked me not to answer any questions.
I understand. I understand. I fully understand.
Their biggest question for me was, if you understand 400 feet above ground level, and clearly by everything that you do understand that, what the hell were you doing at 51,000 feet? And I was like, yeah. So I'll just
this is what concerns me.
Is it was drone, Mel.
What's that, Chris?
You wasn't flying a drone. You flying a balloon. It's a big difference.
Yeah.
No. Because see, by the definition, if it's unmanned aerial craft, it is still considered a drone.
That's right. Even my RC planes are considered drones.
Yes.
Even my RC cars are considered drones because they are not a manned vehicle.
Right.
What concerns me is we haven't heard much from Ron, and you know how much he loves hot air balloons. So
that is true.
Yeah. Hello, Chris.
Now, how does that work?
Hello, Steve.
Hello, Mel. How are you?
How you doing there, Mel?
Thanks for sending me the link. Obviously, you needed a bump, so you had to bring me in.
Yeah, I needed the big names, mate, and thanks for coming back, especially after such a hiatus, and you choose me to come back on. It's fantastic.
Well, I was gonna say the same thing about you. You chose me because you're the first invite I've gotten. See, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're special, Mel. That's the thing.
Well,
We all know it. It's good to see you got your internet.
I've been told I've been special before, but
yeah, I know. Yeah.
Never with such a smile.
Get your tongue off that front window, mate. Yeah. It's
you said.
So what's the go with this? And I've always wondered this actually with the hobby rockets. What's the go with that? Are there restrictions about where you can actually do them or not?
No.
Wow.
No. In fact, the airport restrictions, things like that, are the same for no matter what you're put in the air, or even if it's a kid's balloon. But yeah, you can take one of those model rockets that'll go 400, 500, 600 feet in the air and launch it, and no problem. The thing is most of them don't really go that high. They like your typical model rocket that you go to the hobby store and buy. It's got the motor about the size of an M80 firecracker that burns for about 15 seconds. It'll only take that rocket like 200 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, they really don't go that far in the air.
But I do. And I've often wondered this about in Australia too. It's exactly the same. I can fly an ultralight with no license or restrictions. You know,
that's exactly right. As long as if you build it, if you design it, build it, and fly it, and put the word experimental on it, you don't have to have a license. In fact, you don't have to have ADSB. You don't have to have none of that stuff.
Yeah, right.
Most guys do. I mean, I follow some guys that, big wheel planes that take off and fly in their backyard and, Montana and Wyoming and Idaho and all over the place, and big wheel bush planes, here in the continental U.S., not only just Alaska, but here in the continental U.S., that's a big thing. 2-seater bush planes. These guys fly all over the place.
Yeah.
And one particular guy that I follow, he's got all that stuff. He's got the ADSB. He's got all of it in his phone. And I just think it's smart. I think that what's happening to the hobby of the drone industry is atrocious. I think as long as it's hobby, FPV, for example, I don't fly a lot of FPV. I do have FPV equipment, but the thing is if you've got goggles on, then you're the pilot in command and you don't have visual contact with your aircraft, you're supposed to have a spotter.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't see the need for a spotter for a drone that's typically flown in and out of a building, what they call a bando, right? Or below treetop level. I mean, why do you need a spotter for that?
Yeah.
The rule says you're supposed to have a spotter that you can communicate with. So he's got to be standing beside you. In fact, it says he must be beside you or whatever, so you can communicate with him verbally. Yeah. But what's the purpose? So because the rule's there, I think we should follow the rule. I think you should do it. If that's what you're supposed to do and you want to fly FPV, I think that's what you ought to be doing. No FPV pilot does that. Groups of guys will go out flying and they'll all stand and watch while one flies, or maybe 2 or 3 will be flying and 2 or 3 will be standing around watching. But they're not technically being the spotter for the guy that's flying. They're just watching him fly,
Yeah.
So it's all a bunch of crap.
Yeah, it's
approval traffic. Yeah. So it all depends on where you're flying and what type of ignition system they have and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Sorry about my setup, and this is a corner of my bedroom, so that's the closet door. And I put that piece of brick paneling on the wall so that I could have a backdrop for my other monitor. And my main monitor is a 55-inch, so my camera is on a tripod over here to the side of my desk, because if I put the camera on top of the monitor, I'd be looking up at it like this.
Yeah.
2 feet away from me, But yeah,
That's a huge screen.
I don't have. Yeah, it's a lot of real estate. It makes it a lot easier for editing video. That I can tell you for sure.
Okay, is that a 4K TV or is it a monitor?
No, it's a TV.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
4K, 50 or 55 inch Emerson. I forget what it is. I don't know. It's LED, HDMI, 4K, blah blah. Yeah.
Shit.
And the one on the wall is a 42 or something. So it's no slouch either. But,
I remember Jim was having a lot of trouble with his because he was using a TV as his second monitor. And he had all sorts of problems trying to get this thing to work and do the right things and what have you, because he wanted to edit his HDR footage.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever succeeded with that.
I know he was having lots of trouble with that HDR stuff. So.
Jim who?
It was having the right ports for the display port or the HDMI port. That was what the problem was.
Yeah.
Well, that and the color profile from the TV to the monitor.
Yeah, that's a little bit different too, isn't it?
Yeah, that was different.
Yeah,
that's why he loved that magenta. He loved it.
Since I don't fly drones a whole lot anymore, so most of my stuff is ground wheeling and rock crawling, and so
that's why you use one of those and calibrate your monitor.
Oh, nice!
I've heard of those.
Yeah, they're great. And like with the 3 monitors, it calibrates them all together so they all come out exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. Well, you know what? It's a funny thing. Every now and again, I hear from Jim, but they'll answer him, and then I don't hear back from him. So
I haven't heard. I called and left a couple of voicemails for him, and then didn't get a return call. So, a friend of mine once told me, "No reply is a reply." Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, if I reach out a couple times and don't get a reply, I figure that is the reply.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. No, it's a bit of a bugger that I don't know what's going on there. It's been 18 months now, I guess. I think the last time he came on my show was about 18 months ago, I guess. Maybe.
I like that fire, Chris.
It's good, isn't it?
Yep. My old big old
had a lot of heat.
My big old ass is fixing to go in the house, so it's cold.
Stoke that fire.
60?
It's in the 40s and falling. It's supposed to be about 30 in the morning.
Oh. Yeah, that's a little chilly.
Yeah, it's a little chilly.
Dennis has got you beat. They're supposed to get, in the 20s?
I think so. He's
going to have to get one of those Milwaukee, like they have those Milwaukee jackets. They're battery powered to heat you up. He needs a whole jumpsuit to go out there with.
I won't tell you, playing an instrument and trying to sing and drone and all that stuff, it's tough, man.
Hey, Mel, you still playing Microsoft Flight Simulator?
I don't have my joystick and stuff set up at the moment because I don't have space right here to do that. I really do. I just don't want to give up the real estate on my desk right now.
Yeah, that's true.
But I did invite Matt to come flying, and he's supposed to reach out and let me know when he has time or whatever, and I've yet to even hear from him on that. So there again, no reply is a reply, right?
If he comes back in to defend himself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, I have been busy. Mel, I have been busy.
So you know how that segue got started now and the reason for it, see? Because I was going to bring that up, and it just that Justin beat me to the punch there,
I got you there, yeah. Yeah, no, I have been busy. I haven't played it myself. I've been on my computer doing stuff like that for quite a while, actually.
Well, family started a Minecraft server, so I've been messing around with Minecraft quite a bit on the computer. I haven't been doing much of anything really.
Yeah. No, I've just been bloody working, mate. Bloody thing. working, coming home, and then because I'm knocking off at like 11, 12 o'clock. Then I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Grab me drone. And I'm off trying to get bloody sunrise and shit like that. I'm absolutely rooted for the rest of the day.
Well, you think?
Yeah.
I mean, there's two things that's supposed to be happening at 3 in the morning. Both of them include your eyes closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dead right, mate.
The first one is sleeping, and the second one is sleeping. In case I forgot to mention the first one.
Yeah. It's just like Lloyd's nap before he goes to bed. Yeah.
Hey, I've been getting pretty used to that. I get up about 5 or 6 in the morning, and I'll have some coffee. I'll mess around on the computer a little bit. About 10 or 11 o'clock, I'll take me a 3 or 4 hour nap. I'll get up in the afternoon and think it's the next day sometimes.
It's a long nap, brother. Oh, good on you, Dennis.
Not go to sleep again until like midnight and busy resting since past working so hard. Yeah.
Meetings hang all over the place. It's tough to keep the balance, but someone's got to do it. Yeah, Dennis, thanks for holding your end up, mate. That's fantastic.
Oh yeah, Matt, you just, you're the man. You just, yeah. What is?
Yeah, it was great having him over here, mate. It was a bloody good time we had. We went everywhere. Not everywhere, apparently, because he kept sending me a list going, we didn't go here. I'm going, well, that's right. He goes, maybe I should put this one on my list. God damn.
Well, now you just have to have him come for another visit, right? Another trip.
That's right. That's right. I think he's actually planning one with his missus too, to come back over. So, yeah, plenty more to see. Plenty more to see, that's for sure. Yeah.
Hey, Mel, there's the... Oh, why the fuck is that in there?
Hey, Matt?
Matt,
I gotta back out of here. Pizza Friday time.
Yay!
No, right.
Thanks for having me in, gentlemen. Good to see you. Everybody in chat.
Enjoy
Everybody,
the pizza.
take care. Have a wonderful weekend.
Take care, my friend.
Enjoy.
You too.
Good night,
Take
Steve.
care, Chris. Good night, Mel.
Enjoy the pizza.
Night.
I will. Believe me. Good night, Trey.
All right, take care, Steve.
Justin and Matt.
Later, Steve.
Thank you.
Hey, Mel, I put my Discord link in there if you want to add me.
And there
Is
we
that what that
go.
was?
Yeah.
Is that what
Hey, Mark, and who else came
See
in?
you,
Brad
Steve.
Austin came in.
Yeah, Brad Alston, how are you?
I can't see the chat, guys. I'm sorry, but hello to everybody.
I don't know that I know how to. Oh, accept invite. Okay. I don't know.
They are mentioning in here in the chat that Chris hasn't answered any of their messages.
And
He's a rude prick. That was one of the things they said.
Okay, so I'm not going to launch the app, Justin. So I clicked the accept. Well, so hopefully it works. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. I'm still trying to figure out who's in my Discord under the name Kick Justin in the Nuts.
Yeah, we still haven't found
I
out.
still don't know who that is.
That's Matt.
We're still investigating that one. I'd love to know.
No.
I missed that. I was reading a message. Someone
That's
having a
Matt.
crack at me? What?
No.
No, somebody in my Discord server, his name is Kick Justin in the Nuts.
Yeah, no, that's not me. How come you're going? That's weird.
Where is your server at?
Old user man.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
I guess I don't know. I got a couple of different names in Discord, so I don't know.
I've got you in Discord too. I haven't used Discord for fucking ages either, mate. You know.
Well, we use it for the Minecraft stuff. They've got a thing set up for that.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. We've got a shitload going on Discord at the moment. My God. But we have actually got here. Oh, I'm gonna that there.
Tarzan.
Okay. Is that your message, Mel?
Yeah, it's I just got an email. I don't know.
Watch the stream.
Oh, that was from. Okay.
Kenny, I'm trying, dude. Trust me.
Have you done that? Have you done that, Chris?
This is the third one, but this is the last one. I'm fixing to go in the house. I'm cold.
Justin, I answered Sarah if she wants to answer me there. And
Tell Sarah I said hello, please, Justin.
Why don't you text her, mate? You normally do, don't you?
Well, I only text Adrian's daughter.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think we all decided to pray for Sarah.
She needs help.
She's a tough young woman, ain't she, Dre?
Give her strength.
Apparently, I'm missing out on something. I don't know what all that's about. So.
Oh, Jesus, Mel.
Oh, so
it all starts.
So I'm in a good place then.
Yes, you are, sir.
Oh, I haven't. Oh God! All right, look at this. Right, okay. So we've got Sarah Stickley's dad joke of the week just popped up here. Why are peppers good at archery? Because they habanero.
Habanero.
Oh my God!
Okay, you can send that one over to Art, Matt.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, I was out in the driveway yesterday morning polishing the Harley so I could take the wife for a ride in the afternoon. Wife came out and said, now that we're married, you can sell that silly thing. I said, baby, you're talking like my ex-wife. She said, darling, you told me you've never been married before. I said, that's right, I haven't. You guys know who Foster Brooks is? I was cruising through YouTube last night and came across a roast where Dean Martin and Foster Brooks and a bunch of guys were doing a roast on Sammy Davis Jr. I don't know if you know who Foster Brooks is, Matt.
I remember him.
Yeah.
You always had that come up that drunk.
He was the drunk comedian act. Yeah. He did a thing. He said, I was sleeping one night. No, wait a minute. Let me take that back. That earthquake that hit San Francisco in 1991, that hit at 3:30 in the morning, right in the middle of a romantic moment with my wife. And I'm gonna tell you what, it scared the daylights out of me and damn near woke up my wife. He's hilarious. Anyway, he's Matt, look him up. Foster Brooks.
Yeah.
You'll love him.
He's a good one. My all-time favorite is Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh yeah, Rodney was famous for he's the guy that made the one-liners famous, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, he was constant with him, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, he can go on for almost a straight hour and just one-liner after another.
Yeah.
All right, Matthew, I'm out, dude.
Righto, Chris. Hey, mate, thanks for sharing the fire with us tonight, mate. Good on you.
Yes, sir. Good to see everybody, and the ones that stopped by my stream a while ago, I appreciate it. Just a little old quick sunset, and y'all have a good night, and we'll see y'all somewhere.
It popped up to me, Chris, about the time you got done, so I didn't get to watch it. So
that's cool, man. It's just, it does it every day about the same time.
Why are you asking me to mute Max? I've been muted.
Y'all take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Yeah, cheers, Chris. Bye-bye, mate. Righto. Tom, how are you, buddy?
Hey.
Good, Matt. How you been, bro?
Oh, pretty good, mate. Pretty good.
Yeah, that was Chris, Max, not me.
Hey, look at this cast of characters, huh? Hey,
I
Donald.
know. I know it's full on
Trey.
tonight, mate. Bloody hell.
What's up, bro?
She's a
Ragtag bunch of
Pleasure to meet you.
reprobates.
Others on the panel here that I'm not that familiar with.
top town.
Matt, I'm gonna bump out.
Yeah.
I've given you all the boost I can help you with.
Thank you.
A couple of good jokes made everybody laugh, I hope.
No, definitely.
And
Well, we appreciate it.
I've run off a couple. I've run off Chris Hope and Steve Carpenter now, so
Mm.
I'm quite finished.
You're satisfied.
Yeah, Matt just messaged me and was like, I'm about to leave my own fucking show. This is ridiculous. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah. So I figure I'll save you guys, and that way Matt don't have to leave.
later,
Oh,
man.
that's
It was good
fine,
seeing
mate.
you.
I'll get in contact. I will, mate. When I get shit. Anyway, I'll find some time.
Yeah, I've heard it before. I'm accustomed to it. It's all right. Yeah, all I can say is it's a good thing that I enjoyed my 40 years of trucking over the road, being alone. I'm good with myself.
Used to being that. Yeah.
It's quite new, not new territory. It's quite
Dang.
familiar.
It's trained you for friendship with Matt. Absolutely.
And everything. See you later, guys.
Good on you,
All
Mel.
right,
See you,
take
mate.
care, man.
Oh dear. Oh, Mel. Oh, good to see he's got his internet up and running too, man. Because he had a lot of trouble there for a long time, you know. But he's got that cracking now, so that's good. Good on him. Good on him.
Okay.
Jahir. Hey,
Well
how you
done.
going? Good on you, mate.
William.
What's up, William?
Tom, what have you been up to, brother?
Well, just came back from Big Dune Recreational Area in up by Death Valley. Went up there to film the sand dunes. They're about they range anywhere from about 20 to 38 stories tall. So went up there took the RV up, got a base camp set up, and then we filmed one day without anything on the sand dunes, and then the next day on a Saturday, of course, all the RVs pull in with their ATVs and off-road vehicles, and so I got to catch some of those shenanigans on the dunes. So I'm playing with a video right now, putting something together, and then
Nice.
next Tuesday we're going to take the RV out again and head up to Kanab, Utah, to a place called Dark Sky. So it is what it is. Dark sky, no light pollution. So that should be really nice.
Holy
Hang out
shit,
there
man.
with a fire. No outdoor lights except for red shining lights after 1 hour after sunset. So those are the regulations for the area. So that should be a blast. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, what's it called? Dark Sky, Utah.
Dark Sky. We're going actually to Dark Sky Campground, and it's in.
Dark Sky Campground.
So Kanab, Utah, is right on the Utah-Arizona border in the United States, and there's really no light pollution over there. So looking forward to that.
I'm just checking out the website now. Holy moly. That looks like like it's in the middle of the desert, that is.
Yeah. All the creature comforts too. So we take our little 5-star hotel suite with us, and we have full hookups, sewer, water, electric. It'll be nice.
Oh man.
I got the wife to buy in, so it works.
Yeah. Oh, the patio there. Man. Now, is that a national park or anything like that?
No, you have Zion National Park would be to our west. And then one day we're going to go up we've been to Zion plenty of times. We're going to go up to Bryce Canyon, where they have all these, what's known as hoodoos, these pillars of rock. And they're bright red. And there should be some snow up there. So the contrast between the snow and, those red rock hoodoos. It should be pretty awesome. I photographed
Yeah,
those
dude.
before.
Yeah, that'll look nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the sky does look a little bit dark, Chris. Maybe underexposed, if anything. I'm going to pump the ISO a bit. It'd be good to do some time lapse stuff out there with an SLR.
Oh yeah, at night. I'm thinking of using because it's very secure over there. I was thinking of just setting up I got a Nikon Z6 mirrorless I can throw out there, and throw a nice wide lens on it. Nice wide Z mount fast lens, and set it up for interval shooting.
Yeah. That'll be really nice. Really crisp images, man.
All raw images, and bring those into Lightroom, and then just tweak them a little in Lightroom, and then bring them over to Premiere, and just bring them in as a sequence. It's effortless. It really is.
Let me ask you something, Tom. Now, because actually Dre and I were talking about this over the last month or so when it come to the hyperlapses, which I was taking with the 2 Pro and everything.
Right.
And basically it comes out with a 5.5K video, right, which is pretty awesome.
Oh, okay. So you're shooting your hyperlapses as you're doing a video hyperlapse where you're bringing it in, or so okay. I'm sorry. Let me back up a second. So you're talking about the auto process file you get as a result of a hyperlapse.
No, that's a 1080p.
We want to shoot the hyperlapse photos in RAW, and you bring it.
Exactly. Shoot them in RAW, as flat a profile as your drone will allow you.
Yeah.
Bring them into your post processing. Now, of course, the only thing I've used for the last couple of decades is Lightroom, and bring them into Lightroom. And make your adjustments there to one image. Okay, you can highlight all the images, but one of them will be more highlighted than the others, and that's the one you're going to have in the develop module. And you're going to make your adjustments to that, and it will auto sync across all of them. Okay. Now what you'll do is you'll take those raw files, you'll export them as raw files, and you can or JPEGs. It really doesn't matter at this point in the game because you're going to bring them into Premiere. But what you're going to do is when you bring them into Premiere, you're going to go to the directory to import where the images are located. You're only going to select the first image. And then there's a little checkbox that says image sequence. And it will bring in all those images and create a timeline. Now, yes, you'll get it should probably be a 5.7 K image that will wind up as a result. That's all dependent on the file size that your drone shoots, right? Okay. It's length times width is your pixel density. So now you're going to turn around, you're going to take that, and you're just going to make minor adjustments. I mean, if you have to do any stabilization or anything, a little minor warp stabilization, just don't apply the generic warp stabilization.
Yeah, you see that, Matt, what Dennis said?
Yeah, I think you guys just
there.
Yeah.
And
that the raw images are only 960 by 720. Okay, that's a problem. Something's not right there, Dennis, because you should be getting a high resolution file as a result of this. Okay.
Ice cream truck.
And then now there's other products out there. Now, if you want to resize that for any reason, I would recommend something like Topaz has Video AI, where you can do a couple of things with Video AI. One of them is you can turn around and reinterpolate it at a different frame rate, okay? Or you can even resize it. So a lot of times, like I just put up a video not too long ago of a stone art in the desert, something called what I called in plain view. It's been there for the last few years, but people don't realize it's been there because they don't see it from the air.
Good God,
and what I did was I just shot real quick with a Mavic, with a Mini 3 Pro. I did an asteroid, okay? But the asteroid is a 920 by 1080 file. So I brought that into Video AI, and I made it 4K.
Right.
And it did a wonderful job. Now, it takes about 15 minutes for it to process.
See, this is the thing, right? I haven't got Lightroom or anything like that, right? Now I had ended up with 700 separate still photos for the hyperlapse, right? It was about 28 seconds or whatever it was.
Right.
Now, I did a little bit of experiment. I didn't even know if it would work, and it did work, right? But I'm just wondering about the quality of it. Although it comes out quite nice and it's bloody fantastic, it looked great on my my 4K TV, but it wasn't in Lightroom. I grabbed all of those 700 files and I put them straight into DaVinci, and it recognized it as a video, and it made a video out of it.
So what DaVinci's doing is it's during its import, it's looking and it's seeing its images. So it brings them in because you're operating out of one folder there, right, Matt?
Yeah.
You have all the images in one folder, and as you bring them in, whether you highlight one or you highlight multiple, it should all bring them in as an image sequence.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the question you need to ask Dennis, is he getting two separate folders? Or is everything in one folder? He should have two separate folders. One folder shows the regular default 1080p size, and then the second folder should have just raw images in it.
Yeah, and realize, depending on what drone you have, you might be shooting both at the same time. Okay?
Right.
And also now realize by shooting raw images, it does impact you in your ability to shoot a hyperlapse, because you can only get on certain drones, you can only get down to a certain frame interval. Okay? Like on some of the DJI drones, you can shoot it, 2 frames a second. So, but you can't shoot raw images like on a Mini 3. You have to be at least 3 frames a second. And normally, like on a drone like that, you can only shoot JPEG and RAW, so you're going to get both. Now, don't bring in both, only work with one. Now, if you don't have any imaging capability, when you do a hyperlapse, you're going to get output anyway from DJI as a hyperlapse video. Okay, you can work with that?
Wouldn't that
That's low res though?
Wouldn't that duration, like 3 seconds, depend on what your shutter speed was?
Well, it depends on what time of day you're shooting, right, Matt? If you're shooting during the day, no, it would have no impact at all. If you're shooting at night in low light, yes, it would.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, at night, I would not be shooting at 3 frames a second. Absolutely not. Okay. I'd be shooting as slow as I possibly could. And in actuality, what I would rather do shooting a hyperlapse at night is I'm going to wind up putting an ND. If I really, really want to blur things up. But I'll tell you, during the day, and that would be a very light ND, by the way, at night. But during the day, if you want to, I mean, Eddie Nunez and Billy Kyle have posted stuff about this, but if you want to add some, the real kind of cinematic feel to a hyperlapse during the day, you got to put a heavy duty ND filter on your camera.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. Because you want that blur. You really want that blur.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was interesting because everywhere I went said it's all got to go into Lightroom before you put it into DaVinci and all this sort of shit, where I didn't have to do that. And I'm coming out with a very satisfactory hyperlapse.
Yeah, and you're shooting in normal mode then, correct? Right?
Normal?
So you're not doing any color correction before you're coming into DaVinci.
That's exactly right. They're all coming in as raw files. Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming in as raw files. But your color profile that you're shooting at, okay, normally is normal. Okay. What I do is I'll bring them in and I'll adjust my color in Lightroom. That's why I'm going to bring it into Lightroom, because I want to make some tweaks to it.
Right. See, I'll do that one on the color section of DaVinci.
Yeah. You can, and you can actually apply a LUT also in post.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's
once you got a workflow that works for you, stick with it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've never had an issue with shooting every 2 seconds. Right now, I've done some very low light stuff, ranging from -3 EV up to just. I was explaining it to Dennis the other day, actually, because when that sun comes up, I don't want it to be overexposed, so I very much underexpose the sunrise to begin with, and as the sun comes up, everything becomes exposed, and you're looking at around about the 0.0 or 0.03, something like that. So it's not blown out, and I haven't mucked those whites right up, and it becomes a very nicely exposed sunrise. So I've never had an issue with that every 2 seconds. Now I've been doing it on the Mavic 2 and the 3. And both cameras do exceptionally well at that. Yep. Where the Mavic 3 excels is the flight time you've got. I had to be very.
You know, that I got to tell you, that's what's great about the Mini 3 Pro. Okay, shooting time lapses. You can get 30-second time lapses without any problem. Okay.
Wow.
You don't have to worry about your battery. That's what's really cool.
Yeah.
Let me show you a shot. Matt.
Yeah.
This is
Justin.
I'm trying to figure out what is Justin talking about.
Matt knows the emojis. What they mean.
I know what they mean too. So I'm saying, what are you talking? Who are you talking to?
Well, I'm just saying.
Really.
It sounds like you guys like talking about tips and being raw, and I understand it gets raw when you.
Well, you know, we got you here for the lube, then.
Justin's the fluffer.
Not 3 frames. 3 frames a second, not 1 frame every 3 seconds. Oh, we're talking about one photo.
No. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. I misspoke. It's one shot every 2 seconds, one shot every 3 seconds. You can manage that up depending on the drone. There are different intervals.
Jeopardy. He's out for a while, isn't he, Max? Jeez. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's the photos. Yeah. How many photos you take every 2 seconds and 3 seconds. Blah 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 blah.
Love you, Max. DJI sucks.
Why is Lambo gray? I swear you gave him a wrench last week, didn't you?
He's looking a bit gray there.
Yeah, I think YouTube's removing wrenches though, because there's been a couple people I've had to give wrenches to multiple times.
Okay, let's go to that again. There we go. Yeah, weird. Yeah, but here we go. Let's have a look. Right, that's a raw image.
So yeah, and I also used on that. I believe I used an ND 132.
132.
128.
Right, that's up there. Jeez.
Yeah. Otherwise, this was while it was about, I would say, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was still so damn bright.
Yeah, the sun reflecting off the sand.
It looks like Dumont, kind of.
Yeah, these dunes, the peak rises as high as 38 stories tall.
Is that Dumont dunes?
No, these are the big dunes in Amargosa Valley.
Okay, yeah, I know where that's at.
Yeah.
Check that out. Look at the shape.
I used to go up to
Dumont
all
that's
the
what
time.
I find amazing. I mean, you know, big country and just the solitude out there also. And these dunes were kind of singing to us. So they make this, you know, at first we look in the sky thinking there's a 747 flying over, but it's not. It's the sand dunes.
I would have took my dirt bike all the way up the side of that and back.
Oh, I'll tell you, the next day we went out there and that's exactly what we did. We filmed.
A big old paddle tire around there.
Yeah, paddle tires. We watched the ATVs going up and down the hill, and they were cresting up in that little valley up top and just hanging out there, and then taking runs down into the valley. It's super.
What did you shoot this with? What drone would you have, Tom?
This was actually the Mini 3 Pro.
And you had a 128 ND filter.
Yeah, I put a Freewell ND 128 on there.
Wow.
Yeah,
I know they made them that high for the Mini 3 Pro.
Actually, I have an ND 1000 also. If you ever want to shoot any moving water.
Yeah. Usually they'll jump to a 1000, but that 128 is kind of like you don't hear much about 128s that much, especially.
Yeah, they
drones.
have a whole slew. They had sent me a couple of. I don't do reviews, okay, but. You know, when they send me shit, I say thank you. That's all I do. I'll say thank you. So, but I tell you, it's, you know, that little drone is such a little travel warrior. It's amazing, you know.
Yeah. You know, that's what I like, because I've got the mini too, you know, and that's what I like with what I'm doing at the moment, you know, chuck them in the backpack and I'm out and about and you don't even know the thing's there. And you just pull it out and it's this big, you know, wing, up you
exactly.
go.
And it's so damn quiet too.
No,
it's so
absolutely.
Oh my goodness. I love the Mini 3 Pro because it is so quiet, especially if I'm out there camping and might be a couple of RVs around. I don't want people thinking I'm invading their privacy. But I just toss that up in the air. I'll hand launch that and just zip away about 100 feet and nobody hears it at that point.
Yeah, nobody knows. Yeah. It's a lot quieter than the Mini 2, isn't it, as well? The Mini 3.
Yeah, it actually is. And, you know, I'm waiting to see with these toroidal props now what's going to happen, how stealthy we can get.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you've heard about MIT in there. And actually, Ken Dono did something recently. He just...
he had something the other night. He says everybody who's printing them, they're just falling apart.
Well, the problem, it's the design of them. You know, remember that I don't believe MIT put out STL files for this yet.
Yeah.
So, but I'll count on MIT getting it right at some point, and then we can all benefit from it.
Right. Yeah. I'm just saying a lot of folks are jumping the gun trying to print their own, and then it's not holding up. They're actually literally falling apart.
Oh yeah, because you know what it is. No, I think he had mentioned. I forget it. Who had done it, but had printed something that worked rather well because the way he printed it is he actually did the motor hub. He made that a lot thicker, a shroud over the motor, to where the props coming out had more attachment area. And I think the biggest problem is, you know, they were just making that flat top on top of, you know, to screw into the motor. And what happened was the amount of attachment on the toroidal prop was so minimal that once you get some RPM up there, it's going to fly apart.
Yeah, I actually saw a video ages ago. I showed it on this channel. Actually, it was about 64 blade prop or whatever the hell it was, or 33. Jeez. Oh my god, this thing, it was mental. Actually, I should see if I can find that again because it'd be in my watch later. I think it would be in my watch later because that was insane.
I would love to see a nice lightweight shrouded prop that can go on a sub 250 gram drone. So, you know, you can do a lot more with it, so to speak.
Oh yeah, man. What's Chris on about now?
I haven't hung out. Hey, Chris, I haven't hung out with Ray, so I don't know how immature he really is. No.
He has his moments. Yeah, 64 blade it is. Let me just pull that up. You watch this thing. It's mental. Oh, dude. It's crazy. All right, let's share the screen. Share the screen, entire screen. Share the audio. Why not? All right, have a look at this.
Holy smokes.
Holy. No fear or laceration with that, right? Just decapitation.
Yeah.
It's got to be a screamer.
No kidding. I think I've seen this too. Yeah.
You always finish quick with screamers.
The audio's probably clipped. So.
Well, I'm just thinking if you flew this thing at night, it would scare the devil out of people, man. I swear it's a UFO.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Put a couple strobes in that thing and fly that night. Dude, you have the NTSB FAA, Air Force, everybody be out there.
Listen, Dre. These days they're gonna shoot it down. You know,
no kidding.
F-22s are gonna do an intercept.
Well, the problem is, it's like they said in the last one, it's so small we can't see it.
You know, they'll report no known form of propulsion.
Yeah.
AKA UFO.
Yep.
Oh, shit, that F-22 would focus its radar right at that thing and drop right out of the sky.
No,
the problem is they
pick it up is too small.
No, the problem is no matter what if they do get a heat signature, you shoot an aim at that aim's going to blow right by it and blow up some somebody's farmhouse.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, they didn't really miss over Port Huron. That was just a little reminder of the Canadians.
Well, you know. Remember, we never said it was
mental.
Oh,
that thing's bizarre, isn't it? When it comes in, it almost looks like there's like a top and bottom layer of those propellers.
Yeah, it is. It's
right,
dual
like
layers.
it was a stacked. Yeah.
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 It is too. See?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
That's crazy.
So there's 16 on each motor.
But it doesn't look like, you know what's really weird is the pitch is not the same on each of those blades. If you look at it, it looks like there's variable pitches across the population of those blades there.
Could you imagine taking all those off while somebody's talking to you and then you don't remember which ones you took it off?
I think you find out real quick, right? Or it would take your life. One or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you get those props, man? Look, are they bloody 3D printed or what?
I don't know.
That would have to be some strong fucking filament.
Yeah, the problem is you'd have to be able to use the right material because otherwise, at the rate those things are spinning, they would blow apart.
Mike would know. He's really good at 3D printing. I'm sure he would know. Plus, he's in FPV too.
64 blade, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so those have to be stacked. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, David. Does he, Justin?
Oh yeah, he sent that to me and asked me to show it because it's Laura's birthday. So
it's not okay.
It's his death. It's his funeral, not mine.
Because I've got all sorts of problems with the bottom of my screen when I pull it up from you.
Because you got to download it first. Right click on it and download it, and then just go to your download folder and share it. I can't do it too. I have to do the same thing because of all the risque crap we send back and forth to each other.
Yeah.
You don't want to see in the bottom of that camera reel.
You. Hey, that's right. What do I put there? Maybe into there. Can't do it. Right. Okay. Why not? No. Okay.
So that's David's death sentence, not mine.
I'll blow it up a little bit, shall I? All right. So this is little Llama Laura. Right.
She's 35 today.
35. There we go. Happy birthday. She still hasn't got that tooth through, you know.
And David has now chosen death.
Yeah.
It's nice knowing you, David.
Yep.
There you go. David's on the lawn tonight. So, yes, well, for the next few nights anyway. Let's be honest.
Oh, Mike's talking about those props in there. He said they're not printed. There's speculation they might have a hobby grade UAP.
Whoa. Right. Okay. Got that there. Done. Actually, there was another dad joke that I didn't do last week because I didn't go live. So anyway, Sarah's got another one in here. What do you call a guy with an axe in his head? An ambulance. Sarah.
I told one on Laura's show earlier. Sarah wanted me to get in touch with my feminine side, so I crashed the car.
Oh, dude.
Well, this one I think Dom has heard, but you know, I had a really bad day today because I was looking at myself naked in the mirror and I realized that Target was going to ask me to leave the store again.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one for you, Matt.
Gotta close that curtain, dude.
What does a bald guy and an egg have in common?
What?
They both want to get laid.
Oh my God.
Oh, look at Dre's face. He's like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, don't worry about me. I get the action I need.
Hey, what's Peter Pan's favorite place to eat?
Where?
Wendy's.
Skippy? I'm going to say Skippy.
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Oh my God. That's funny. Well, I'm gonna have to knock it on the head, guys. I got a nick off. I've got heaps to do. And I've got to go do some shit. Then I've got to go get my bloody shopping done. Then I'm going to do a shitload of cooking. And then I've got to go to bed and go to work tomorrow. So I've got to love that.
Sounds like you got a full schedule there.
Yeah, today, mate. Yeah.
Well, when you translate that into American, that means he's just going to go sit his ass on the couch and not do nothing.
Netflix and Xbox. Yeah, so I'll have to nick out. Piss off, Gary. You motherfucker.
Oh, yay.
Every time I get to go, Gaz comes on half cut.
Hey, what's up? Where you
He
going?
needed time to drink.
He's in a different time zone, Matt.
Where
He
you
is
going?
too.
I just got here and you leave me again.
Oh, where's Chris Wedgeworth saying he was about to come on the panel? He does that every
Yeah.
week, too.
Yeah.
He does that. Yeah, where is Wedgie? Anyway, he's
Chris
not here
Whitbread's in
today.
the green room.
Mhm.
What you got to do is more important than entertaining us. Come on.
Yeah, what is more important? Oh, look at it. There's not much more important, is there? Look, I really do. I really don't like to go, but you know, I just sort of have to. Especially now Gary's here. Wow.
Are you coming to Florida with us?
Yeah, I am in spirit. I'll be watching. I'll be going over there, and let me get over this. And it'd be nice actually. I'd like to get over there, but anyway, won't be happening this year. But anyway, I'm going to roll, people. Thank you very much. I'm going to piss you right off right now. He's waving. He's waving. Yeah, see you, mate.
Nice to see you, Gary.
Wait, I mean, there's bloody Chris Wedgeworth has been lurking in the background when I'm in the green room. I can't see you in the green room, Chris, every week, mate. I don't know where you are. I don't know what's going on there. Must have one of those internet issues, mate. We're just not quite getting there.
Well,
Gary,
I got a nick off. I got better things to do than sit here and talk to you.
Oh, listen to that.
Gary, next week, Try to Survive season 5 comes on.
Ooh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
this is it's heating up now, eh?
Yeah. All the liveries have been done, so I think they'll be going to the winter testing here probably around the end of this month, first of March.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready to roll.
What? Hey, Dennis, answer me something. Sorry, mate. Dennis, do you get a link every week or not? I'm not sure if you do. It would have been good to come on to discuss that. Anyway.
Well, I think we need to find out what settings that Dennis is in when he does it. I think if he sets it just to raw, he might get what he's looking for.
Because
on the combination, it might be the reason why his settings are off.
You get you a top of the line camera and you don't even send him a fucking link.
Oh man!
Got what I need.
And he had to sit through your burnt ribs too. I mean, Jesus.
Exactly.
And pretend he liked them. He walked around with charcoal on his teeth for 3 days after that. That was bad. That was really bad. Looking now, MP4 RAW. Okay. Okay, because on the 2 Pro, you've got the slider which says capture RAW on hyperlapse. The Mavic 3 hasn't got that. All you do is you go into the camera settings and select RAW, and there's your images. But it caught me out with the Mavic 2, thinking that I was only ever going to get a 1080p hyperlapse out of that thing. But not the case, because I didn't slide that little thing across. Like I think you found that for me, didn't you, Dre?
Yeah, the guy, I watched the video real close, and that's what the guy said. You got to slide it over to just RAW.
Yeah. So it's
Dennis said he's gonna send you a picture.
Okay, let's have a look here.
And while we're waiting for Dennis' picture, if you guys tune in to Adrian and my show tomorrow, we're going to talk about the new Aero Ping remote ID device. It's been FAA approved. It's cost about 155 pounds, but I'm a little confused how it's supposed to work when it has a closed network system between the module and your Wi-Fi device, which would be your phone. So that's a little confusing, because how will it broadcast a signal to outside people other than your own phone or whatever device you're using? It's on a closed network.
Even though it's on a closed network, Dre, it might be sending out an encapsulated signal from the device itself. Okay?
It may.
So
that's why I'm trying.
It doesn't open up a path between you. You already have a path set up right now, depending on what DJI drone you're using, right?
Right. Yeah.
But the add-ons have to communicate back to the host, which is going to be the application. So they probably tunnel that. Okay, so it might not be a completely closed environment, but they might be setting up like a VPN tunnel between the device and your phone.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that, like say if I use third-party software like Drone Deploy and other things like that, I need to be able to access their servers via the internet.
Well, and yes, absolutely, and that's a current topic if you go into the forums or deal with the biggies on Drone Deploy. You'll see, these are concerns.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about that tomorrow night. Of course, we'll talk about the parts bin drone that DJI is throwing out there, the Mini 2 SE, and see what else pops up and everything. But that's one thing we're going to focus on, because this is supposed to be one of the, I guess, cheaper versions at 155 pounds, which I think that's about what's the conversion for that, Gary?
155 pounds. I don't know. I don't convert.
Well, I would think that's probably about 175 US and probably 200 Canadian.
Yeah.
Probably 2,000 Canadian.
Let's see. 150. 180 US and 243 Canadian, Gary. Oh, we screwed. Wait. Let's see what the. Oh, okay. No, you're not that bad. 262 Australian.
Whoa.
Actually, I would have said 300. So
yeah,
I was under that.
Now, there's got to be cheaper alternatives, because honestly, if you don't have it, if your drone is not RID and you have the ability not to update your software, where is the incentive going to be in equipping your drone with remote ID? So I believe there will probably be much cheaper alternatives out there in pretty short order.
Does it say F-22 footage?
Yep, we want to see F-22 footage.
This is Dennis Loveladies.
Well, he's showing his settings. What he's going to show us.
Okay.
Yeah. So there it is there.
That was riveting.
1 million views.
Okay, he's got this.
Just kidding, Dennis.
He's got RAW selected, so he should be outputting two different folders here.
Okay, so this is his Mavic 3.
I'm taking it, maybe, yes.
Yeah, Mavic 3 looks like.
Mavic
He'll
3?
definitely
Okay.
get a hyperlapse RAW folder out of that. That's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
My
my
question:
intention.
do we have a menu section when he goes to hyperlapse? That's the part I want to see.
Yeah,
The menu section for hyper.
on his SD card, yes. Yeah, on his SD card. While he's talking, on his SD card, he will have a hyperlapse folder, and that folder will have the DNG files in it.
Yes.
Right, but I just wanted to see when
And
he
they'll
goes
be
to
full res.
do hyperlapse, what menu selection does he have there?
As in
Okay.
what?
You know, like you said, when you go to the Mavic 2 Pro,
Right.
you
Right,
want to do
then it's
hyperlapse, it gives you a separate menu when you do hyperlapse. And I'll ask you whatever questions, blah, blah, blah. And I want to know, does the Mavic 3 also have that menu?
Yeah, Matt, he said he sent you an image of the SD card view, so the file manager view.
Okay.
So yeah, correct, Dennis. The MP4, the video is going to wind up in the DCIM folder, and there should be a separate folder just for the hyperlapse images.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely. That's right.
And
Yep.
depending on the drone, what I said before is depending on the drone you have and the settings you have selected, you'll either have just JPEG images in there, or you'll have RAW images in there, or some drones you can only do JPEG and RAW.
Right.
Okay. So
Well,
you'll
he
have
said
both in there.
Yeah, he said he's getting raw, but the resolution is smaller.
A raw
He said-
image resolution can't be. I mean, you have a 4K image that's coming out of that drone.
Yeah.
So
Well, he said earlier in the chat he was getting like 970 by 4 something or something like that.
you should have 3840 by 2160 as a result,
Right.
because that's the pixel image size that your camera is shooting. So when
It's
it shoots
still
raw,
20.
it's going to output 3840 by 2160.
Okay, that's not what he's getting. Yeah.
Right, something screwy there. So
Yeah.
do you have the drone set up to shoot 4K?
He says he does. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to see if there's
You
so
got
many
me.
extra settings in the
Completely puzzled at this
hyperlapse.
point.
Yeah, in the hyperlapse mode. Is there another menu? Matt, you have a Mavic 3. Do you have an additional menu when you do hyperlapse?
Well, right. When you set up to shoot a hyperlapse,
Yep.
it's going to ask you first off what I mean, how many images per second? How many images you're going to take in what interval, right? And then it's also going to have
Length.
what speed you're going to want to travel at, whether you're doing a waypoint, all of that. Now, the question that you have, Dre, is there also somewhere in there a submenu for what resolution you're going to shoot at?
Right.
No.
But honestly, that should only impact an output to that MP4 video file, because that's the only one that the drone itself is doing the processing on. The raw images should be captured at sensor level, and that should be full resolution.
Well,
so this is puzzling, Dennis.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because what you're saying, we all agree that should be the result, but that's not the result he's
Put
getting.
the settings back up, Matt, for a minute.
Yep. I will say something though. And I'll ask Dennis this is, hang on a minute.
I got one more question. Is this the same drone that Matt flew when you went to Australia? This might be the answer right here.
Yeah, right there. It's the toilet flush syndrome, I believe. Right? Yeah.
It's going backwards, brother. Oh, look, this is ridiculous. What am I doing? Let's just do that. My God. Look, I'll tell you right. So on the Mavic 3, as well as the Mavic 2, right? You get the menu come up, you go into hyperlapse, you get your second, you get your frames per second, you get the length which you want to do it, 20, 25 seconds, whatever, and you'll get whether you want to do your what do you call it?
Waypoints, course lock.
Course lock, all that sort of stuff, movements, freeform, circle, all that sort of shit, point of interest, blah, blah, blah. And you'll get that with the Mavic 3 as well. All right. So they're the same sort of menus. In both drones, you have to go to a separate place within the Go4 app and the Fly app to select your raw image. Now with the 3, you go into your 3 dots, camera settings, and you select raw, right? So now you're camera, but you've got to be in your camera setting, not your video setting, yeah. So make sure that's all selected. So you'll have your and you'll have that raw setting there, and all of a sudden you're going to get that file, and you do get that hyperlapse file in DNG. Justin, I'm just going to drop you out for a sec, mate, because Dennis is here. Righto,
hey,
here we go.
Sorry to join so late, folks. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we hear you, Dennis.
Okay,
yes,
great.
mate.
Hi, Dennis.
Hey there. So this is the guy, right? And I showed you.
And that's correct, Mark. You're right.
This is in the hyperlapse mode now. I think it is. No, it's actually in video mode. What's going? Oh, it's recording, dummy.
Oh, right.
Well, that'll be a really interesting video. Anyway,
so just real quick, Mark, you're right. The still resolution on that camera would be 5280 by 3956. So any raw image coming out of that drone should be that should be the pixel length.
Right.
All right. This says to set the shooting parameters. Now, I believe that's what this stuff down here is, and let's see if I can get the. Well, first off, it's backward, but
no, that's the right way around, mate. It's all good.
Oh, is it? Okay, it's backward to me. Anyway, you should be able to see that's 4K plus RAW, right? This is the settings.
You want to zoom that screen?
Blow it up, Matt. Blow it up. There you go.
Okay. See, you're already at 4K. You got RAW. Just back up just a little, Dennis, off, right, because it wasn't focusing. Okay.
Still not.
So it's just the image on the screen.
Yeah.
No, and again, there's no reason for that output size, Dennis.
Right.
I mean, you're talking about, sub HD.
Now I sent to. Can I do this? Can I can't share my screen on an iPad in StreamYard.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you something.
Yes.
I'll tell you something though. If you check that file size, you'll still find it will be up around about the 40 mark.
Okay,
so
well,
all
I
that
sent,
information
I
is there.
sent you an image, not an image. I did. I sent you an image of my SD card view, right?
I haven't got
okay,
that.
let me.
In
Dennis,
big letters. I sent that yesterday.
Oh.
Dennis, if you turn around and go to the file folder containing those raw images.
Unfortunately, they're gone.
Oh, okay. But here's what I would ask you to do. When you shoot a hyperlapse, go to the folder, go to the image, right click over the image, and go to details under properties. Okay.
Yep.
And you should be able to see.
I wish Matt could
that image has, if it's a raw image, Dennis, it's got to be 5280 by 3956.
Tom, I did that.
Okay, then it's time to reach out to DJI support because they sold you a very expensive, low-resolution drone. Okay, there's no reason.
But I'd also let them know that
it's one thing to tell me that I'm doing it wrong. It's another thing to prove to me that I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Dennis, I'll make sure you advise DJI that you let Matt fly your drone when you visit Australia, and they may be able to solve it right there.
Okay, zoom that. Can we? There's no way of zooming that. Okay.
That is the hyperlapse folder from that Mini 3. Right?
And that's what I say. That 960 by 720 is just baffling.
What's the file? Okay, see.
And I'm looking at the size now. The size of each file, That's about right. 24.5 megabytes per shot. That's about right.
Correct.
So why is the resolution like that when the file size match what it should be, around 5,000 pixels per shot?
Right. Now this is Mac.
Yeah, it's a 20 megabit. It's a 20 megabit sensor. It's a 20 megabit sensor. Okay, that's why you see it's 24.5 megs. So that's actually a 20 meg sensor. There's no way. This makes absolutely no sense, Dennis.
So I vote for blaming it on Matt.
You don't have these images anymore because I'm curious to see what these. And it says Adobe Raw image, but I'd love to see what the file extension is.
That's right, Chris.
Yeah, I know. Poor Matt.
DNGs, mate. They are. They're DNGs.
It's got to be a DNG file, Matt. I agree.
Matt can give you my contact information, my phone number. I think you have my phone number, don't you, Matt?
No, I deleted it after you left, mate.
So
I can't blame you.
So Dennis, if you don't get this corrected soon, then I think you better tax the collective brain trust of the South Florida drone meetup. Okay.
There you go.
Hang on. I've got Mavic 3 DNG files. Give me a second. Give me a second.
See, it's a good thing I came on, or he'd be finished by now and off doing.
That's true.
Gary.
You're welcome, Dennis.
I'm sorry, Matt, to keep you longer than you expected.
He's got nothing better to do. Come on.
Yeah. Well, as I say, as from a legal standpoint, if all evidence points to a previous user, more because all the evidence says that the drone is doing what it's supposed to be doing, the settings are correct. So only anomaly that we're looking at here is the usage of Matt. So he could have,
well,
as we used to say in the Marine Corps, finger F the controls.
Well, unfortunately, Matt never even saw my Mini 3. It never even went to Australia. It stayed here in the United States, and it does the same thing that the Mavic 3 does.
Now, was it the same controller? Did he infect your controller?
No. I use this controller exclusively for the Mini 3.
Okay.
Now I got a question about you guys that have these newer controllers, because I guess there's been something going on with the cruise control on the Mavic 3. That one of the controllers,
mine is lacking a cruise control. I want cruise control.
One of the controllers, the cheaper one, doesn't have it, and the other one does.
What's cruise control?
Because I've had one of the detectives contact me that he wants to take his on vacation, but he can't figure out the cruise control.
So one of the firmware updates, there was an update to cruise control, but it doesn't seem like it's working on the RC. It only on the RC Pro for some reason, and that doesn't.
960 by 720.
DJI would have throttled that. I don't see the point in that.
Yeah, so basically the RC Pro has it, but the NC1 or whatever it is doesn't. And that
the RCN the RCN.
Because he bought the Mavic Classic with the RCN or whatever, and that's probably why he can't get the cruise control.
So there's the DNG file from the Mavic 3, 960, 720.
This is one of your files, Matt?
Yep.
Okay, so that proves that Matt gets it on his equipment. Dennis has got it on equipment.
I fuck both the drones. Denominator.
Oh, I know what it is. After Matt contaminated my drone, it came in contact with the Mini 3.
Yeah. Have they been next to each other?
A new variant here.
Yeah.
But variant. Yeah.
Isn't that nuts, though?
Dennis, I just hope the rest of us can virtually catch it now.
Yeah. That's bizarre. That
I'm going to check my Mavic 2 footage.
Wow.
Wait a second, I got images. One second.
I'm going to go check some of mine. Yeah.
Yes. What the hell? And I've processed it. If you brought that image in, Dennis, do you have Lightroom, by the way?
I don't, but I brought them in as a sequence into DaVinci Resolve on the iPad, and it wanted to make a 960 by.
Wait. On the iPad?
Yeah.
Is that throttling?
No, that has nothing to do with it. It wanted to make a 960 by 720, whatever it was, video.
You know what? My Mavic 2's 960 by 640.
Okay, well, obviously we could be here all night discussing that, and I don't want to.
That's okay. Matt's got time. Okay.
I'm just checking a photo import folder, something recent, and like those images I showed earlier. They were.
Do you know what, Dennis? What are your project settings? Are they full
My
res?
project settings are 4K, but that has nothing to do with this SD card that we were looking at, or the one that you're looking at.
All right, so I'm pulling my images right into my timeline, and it doesn't want to make anything other than 4K. This is the thing, right? It's never said change project settings because it's a mismatch.
Oh no, it just does that for frame rate. Okay, maybe it was telling me. I don't recall anymore, and I don't have those images, but I can easily make another hyperlapse tomorrow.
Yeah,
the problem is, I could make one now, but I won't. It's ridiculous to do that.
You fly it in the house, mate.
Exactly.
That's weird because I just pulled up a photo I took the other day with my Mavic Enterprise Advance. I got it on my phone, and this is what I don't know if you guys can. Let me see if I can get the light. There we go. You see the
resolution
on that?
I don't.
Almost.
I'm getting there. 8,000 by 5,000.
8,000 by 6,000.
8,000 by 6,000.
Yeah, that's why I took my Mavic Enterprise Advance.
It's a JPEG though. That's a JPEG.
It's a JPEG, yeah.
Right.
So I'm thinking that why I'm gonna do one tomorrow with the
DNG.
Oh, okay.
DNG.
I think I got it, guys. I think I got it. Okay. So, and what's weird is why it's bringing it into DaVinci the way it is. So I opened up an image on my file manager in Windows, and it read 960 by 720. So now I open up that exact same image in Lightroom, and in my metadata, which I have the complete metadata listed here, my original dimensions are 4032 by 3024. Now this is the Mini 3 Pro.
There you go.
But it says right under that, preview dimensions are 960 by 720. So in some way, shape, or form, okay, so are you bringing in JPEGs or are you bringing in DNGs into DaVinci?
I don't have JPEGs. It only makes, with my settings, it only makes RAW.
So why is it only bringing in the preview dimensions? Now, here's another thing I'll ask you. Did you work on that, create a hyperlapse, and then when you go to export that, I'm not that familiar with DaVinci, so I'm sorry, but when you go to export, does it allow you to set export settings higher than the 960 by 720 without giving you a
warning? Absolutely. Yeah.
Mine never comes up as
it's
960.
Using a preview, then it's using preview dimensions. So if your output file winds up being 4K, then that's exactly what's happening. That's a preview dimension that it's
that's like your proxy file.
It's a sidecar.
I can import 320 by 160 images and output them as 4K, and I won't have any objection whatsoever.
You won't get any kind of warning out of DaVinci? Well, that's pretty scary.
Neither would Lightroom. It's not going to warn you that you're up converting.
Well, see, the thing is, right, and this is what I said earlier, the end result of my hyperlapse, once I put it in DaVinci and I deliver out, which is your render page or whatever,
right,
is at high res, 4K and all that sort of shit. Now, they've got those images, they've got it on theater screens, and I've got it on my OLED TV,
right, and they're 4K,
and they come out perfectly.
Yeah, and that's within the DNG file itself. It used to be the way raw files were handled was there was always an exit file or a sidecar file. The DNGs contain all of that information, and within the DNG file itself. So it's using a preview dimension, but when you output it, like you said, Matt, you can output at the 4K resolution that it was meant to be.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, because it clearly shows here in my metadata that the original dimensions, here's how it's listed. Original raw file. It's a DNG, okay? DNG version 1.4 with backward compatibility, and it says original dimensions 4032 by 3024. Current dimensions, like if I altered the file, it would show that there, but they're the same. And then it shows preview dimensions 960 by 720.
Yeah, there you go. Preview dimensions. Let me just
I don't know.
Just having a look here.
It's interesting that both Mac or both Apple and Windows show that 960 by 720.
Screw with your head, Dennis? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just pulled up one of my other DNG files. It's 960 by 544. That's off of the Mavic 2 Pro.
Right.
And the problem is
the
preview dimension, horizontal resolution, 96 dpi, vertical 96 dpi, bit
96
depth,
dpi, the universal. Yeah.
Right. Bit depth 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Matt, it seems like you can go with a clean conscience now.
Yeah.
Dennis still looks perplexed, but you can go with a clean conscience.
It is.
Yeah.
It's just
I always look.
preview.
Ask Matt; he'll tell you. I always look perplexed.
You know, don't ask Dennis any hard questions, people.
That's right.
It's so what we're dealing with here is a DNG file in a preview size.
Yeah.
You can tell if it was 920 by whatever the hell it was, right? There's no way that file size on here would be 41. Number one, it would be tiny, right?
It would be a tiny file, right?
Yeah. So you've got all that information in there, and when you put it into something that's going to read that shit, then it will open up the whole bloody file. I'm just trying to find details on my files in
we haven't had a Mavic drone that shot less than 12 meg image.
No, the original Mavic shot a 12 megapixel.
At 12, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's almost like these preview files are what you can pull off the controller itself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, actually, the preview files are definitely viewed. That's what you're viewing on.
Right. Something you will pull off the controller.
Into gallery mode. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that might be the reason for that, because anything bigger, it'll eat up too much of the internal storage on the controller.
It'll chew up the cache right away.
Yep. And that might be the reason for that.
Yeah.
And I think what's confusing us, like Tom, Matt, myself, we have DSLR cameras, mirrorless cameras. We shoot raw pictures and we get the raw file, the big giant raw file.
Yeah, because we're not shooting. Remember, Adobe created DNG just like they created PDF to become an industry standard. You know, I shoot NEF files on my Nikon, and those come in differently than the DNGs.
Here you go. There's the information. There's the information. After I pulled it into DaVinci, there is more information.
Yep.
They restored it.
Yep. So all the details are there. And as I said, it'd be a tiny file if that was the resolution.
If you go into the metadata in DaVinci, it would be there. Yeah.
Yep, there it is right there, brother. So, yeah, we're dealing with full res here. So, I think it's 5.5.
It's 5 points. I know it's 5.7 on the Mavic 2. What's it on the Mavic 3?
No, I thought it was 5.5 on the 2. Might be 5.7.
No,
Doesn't matter.
It's 5.7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mavic 3 is 5.7, I think. Pretty sure.
Yeah, okay, it'd be the same because you're still dealing with a 20 megapixel still, right? So
basically,
it's going to be the same as. It's kind of like a zip file. Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's a sidecar file within it that has that preview image. Yeah.
So Matt, let me go ahead. Let me take the cuffs off you, Matt. You're free to go.
We're sorted. Gotta love that.
And it's not my fault you went into overtime.
I know for a change.
It's not me.
And
no.
honestly, I think Dennis should come up with a song for the South Florida Drone Meetup, you know, about the complexities of pixel resolution. Okay?
Yeah, we'll call the song 960 by 720.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
43 days, Dennis. 43 days.
Is that right?
Wow. Yeah. But I don't know who's counting, you know. I can hardly wait.
As long as you have a number on Ray's list, okay?
I'm number 13.
There you go.
I'm still not sure when my wife is coming home from China. It'll be about that time, so I haven't made any reservations yet. So.
Oh, are you going, Tom?
No, I'm not going to be able to.
Well, don't get me wrong. I will be there. She knows that I'm going to be there, but she's coming home about that time. So I don't know what day I can leave.
Yeah. Oh, well, hopefully you get over there and have a bit of a squeeze, mate. It'd be good.
I hope to catch you there because we go down on the Friday and come home on the Monday. So we're just a whirlwind trip, you know, down and back. So
I'll try to pin her down.
About 25 times now.
It's hard to pin down somebody who's 7,000 miles away.
Yeah.
I've met you about 25 times now, Dennis.
What's that?
I said I've met you about 25 times now, haven't I?
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Who was that? Who was that talking in there? That was Stevie, wasn't it?
Stevie Bronx.
No, yeah, Capture Life. Yeah.
Capture Life Connection. I believe it was. Yeah.
I think it was, yeah. I met Dennis once. Every time I woke up in the morning, I met him. Oh, that's funny.
That was
but anyway, gotta roll. Stuff to do.
Thanks for putting up with my nuisance.
Mate, it's not a nuisance. We've all learned something tonight, which is fantastic if you're into that sort of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Really, really good. Really
I
good.
feel better.
Reaction entertainment. Hang on, I've got to do this. Reaction entertainment. She's got the twine as well. Don't worry about that. We're nicking off now, by the way, Reaction. But anyway.
Do you want me to leave and come back?
Yeah, come back next week, mate. Yeah.
Oh, no. I'll leave now and come back right now. And then you can...
Okay, you leave, mate. Yeah, you leave.
hang out in the green room, Gary.
You hang out down there, brother.
Don't do it. He'll end the call while you're gone.
I will. Go get another drink. Gary, go get another drink, mate.
I had to go get another drink. It went on for so long. I mean, you know. Jesus. I've been watching this for like 6 hours now, you know?
Oh, shit. I got to cook.
It's not your fault this time, Gaz. Fuck me dead. All right. Got to roll. Thank you very much, Dennis. And great information, too, for everyone.
What you got planned for today, Matt? Where are you going?
Oh, fuck off. All right. So, son of a bitch. Swear to God. Right?
Oh, really?
Right,
seriously? Where are you?
Nah, fuck off. All right. Sick of him.
Well, you drive.
No, I don't drive anything. All right. Thanks very much for coming on, fellas. Dre, good to see you again. Dominic, Dennis, and Tom, thank you very much. And everyone in the chat for popping through once again for another week. And good stuff today, fellas. Good stuff. What do you reckon, Gary? Good stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I knew you would. All right. So, I'll catch you.
Poor Gary.
What the fucking Gary? Still got something to say?
It's always a pleasure being here. A pleasure.
It's always a pressure.
That's a Freudian slip. That's when you say one thing but mean another.
That's a fucking whiskey slip. That's what that is. All right. Good on you. I'm going to drop you. All right. Thank you very much, fellas.
Take care, Matt.
Thanks, everyone. Bye now.
No
Thanks, Matt.
See you later. No worries, guys. All right. I'll drop you out.
I'm almost the last one here.
Almost. Oh, now you are the last one here. Bye-bye. Yep. No more words out of you. Fucking hell. I'll tell you, he'll be here till fucking another 3 hours till he goes through that whole freaking bottle he's got. We did. All right. Thanks very much, everybody, for popping in once again for another week of this Chris Wedgeworth reaction. Thanks for popping in late as usual, but that's all right. Sunrise Water Media, Chris Wedgeworth. Chris Wedgeworth would be in the green room somewhere. Just can't see him. He's in there every week. And everyone else who popped on into the chats this week too, thanks very much. And hopefully someone learned something today. I did. That's for sure. Bloody good stuff. All right. Take care all. Have a fantastic weekend. Have a fantastic week. And we get to do it all again on the same channel, same time next week. And I'll pop that one up there. Oh, will it work? Holy moly. Yes. Just a little late. That's all right. It's still there. It's still there. bunch of monks. Bloody hell.